tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Coach Becht here. Spring football is coming to Orlando March 29th at 8 p.m. at Entering Coast Stadium. Your Orlando Storm versus the Columbus Aviators. And at halftime, the DJ Khaled live.
Get tickets at UFLstorm.com.
One man, one microphone, 8 hard-ass questions, and enough fun to light up your whole week. It's Fritz on the Street. Catch it live Thursdays at 1 p.m. on The News Junkie. Sponsored by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and the deals are tipping off. As interest rates drop, we're driving them down even further with financing as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And our team is ready to go full court press to help you get approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit. Offers expire 4/5/26.
These chicken tacos. Was the chicken humanely put down? We pat him until he died.
George Lopez, live on stage. Saturday, March 28th, Hard Rock Live, Orlando. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Do you know that this is the most popular time of the year to add solar heat to your pool? The weather's great, but the water is still cold and the kids are complaining, right? With Solar Source, you can swim comfortably all year long. Imagine warm nighttime pool parties with friends and family. Solar Source is trusted by over 75,000 Central Florida homeowners. And Solar Source has been Florida's oldest solar provider since 1984. Visit solarsource.com today and make your pool the place to be.
Get ready to taste, rock, and repeat at SeaWorld Orlando's Seven Seas Food Festival. Explore over 200 international flavors, then catch your favorite artists live in concert at Bayside Stadium. From Omar Courts to Gene Simmons, the Beach Boys, Fitz and the Tantrums, The Fray, Trace Atkins, and Boyz II Men, it's an all-star lineup you won't want to miss. Best of all, concerts are totally free with park admission. Plus, with an annual pass, enjoy unlimited visits, over $3,500 in bonus benefits, free parking, and access to over 30 live concerts, all included. Visit SeaWorldOrlando.com to see the full lineup and get your pass today.
Think you're not the suing type, but you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaid spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This Earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, March 27th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from Arrest Them All Now to Britney Spears was hacked by her bodyguard, and Netflix just raised the price for your subscription again. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time, and this never, ever, ever happens, friends.
What happened,
What's
man?
going on? Let me just double check, everybody. All right, here we go. No panicking. Yeah, we got a last-minute message. Let's see who it's from. A last-minute message from that armless, legless man with a gun. Let's see what he said.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
We did it, everybody! That's right. We made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. I knew you could do it. I knew the whole time. The whole time? The whole time.
This whole time?
I did. I knew the whole time. And we are thankful that you're with us here on a Friday. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Good.
Ready to Friday. How are you, sir?
Feeling good. Not looking great, but feeling good.
Why
At
are you
least
not
I got
looking
that
great?
part. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just roll out of bed and I didn't shave this morning. I just
Same.
And I actually ran into the studio, and then I realized, I go, oh, my God, I have, like, stuff all over my shirt. I have, like, the hair and fuzzballs. And
you can't tell, can you?
No, I had Courtney the quickest way ever. She got out the little, the
She
lint
Dysoned
roller.
her?
Yeah, she got the lint roller out, fast as could be. So I'm
Lovely.
presentable today. If you want to watch over on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Here we go. Let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to baseball, everybody.
Again, look at us
That's right.
go.
That's right. Well, I'm trying to dodge those airplane allegations. And hold on. If you're new to the show, I didn't do anything on an airplane per se.
Sean 9/11. Just a mild 9/11.
I realize how that could sound to a brand new listener right now. I don't have allegations against me on an airplane. The allegations are that all the stories that I do are about airplanes, and hence the Back on the Plane song that you may hear if I do an airplane story at some point today. No, I'm not doing. That's not fair. I'm not doing one now. Although technically I'm talking about the thing that talks about the thing. Anyhow, we go to baseball again because the season has kicked off. And yesterday we had, I think we all agree here, one of the most amazing national anthem performances that any of us have heard.
Full body chill.
The guy was so crazy. He was so good. He was amazing.
Somebody I'm friends with on Facebook lives in like a condo or apartment or something that's sort of across from that stadium.
Yeah.
And the drones that fired off that crazy American flag pyrotechnic thing.
That was awesome.
Were a lot closer to her window.
Really?
And it was like, for some reason, I thought like the American flag was actually over the stadium. And I'm like, I guess that doesn't make as much sense because it was logistically better to do it way far away.
Who's thinking of logistics when you're singing the national anthem?
It was so incredible. I put it up. It's on See It Now, where we share visuals with you. Since you're listening to the show, probably most of you, you could see what was going on with that yesterday. It was just a stunning performance, and all the American flag stuff was great. So let's start off that way again. Except somebody in chat's on it here because they said, please tell me the opposite happened. Well, sure.
I know what you're going to play.
Here we go.
I don't.
Now wait for it. C-Lane? Name that person.
Yeah, you know who this guy is.
Name that person, C-Lane. Of all, out of the three of us, you would know who this is.
I should know who this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Here's your clue. Your clue is...
That's a clue.
Christopher Jackson?
I don't know how you got Christopher Jackson out of that, and I don't know who Christopher Jackson is.
I'm not gonna mess my shot.
I was dancing on a stage, but let's say I was singing some Alexander Hamilton type songs.
I'm rapping and I'm singing and I'm Broadway. Yeah.
So who is it?
It's the guy from Hamilton.
Yeah.
All right, it's one of the guys from
What's
Hamilton.
his name?
His name
Tell me his
is.
name.
It doesn't say.
All right.
I got it. I got his name. No, I got his name. His name's Christopher Jackson.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jackster.
The name that I said.
Did you?
Oh my gosh.
Shit. Oh, yeah.
Do you say oh shoosh?
I don't. I can't hear your studio is not coming in very good today. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, it's the guy from Hamilton. Did you call me fat?
Oh, the studio's coming in loud and clear right now, isn't it, Sean?
All right, good point. Back to the ball game. All right. So national anthem, Hamilton guy. Here we go.
You see by the dawn's early
Get it, buddy.
Great voice.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam.
Yeah, we're getting it right now. He's 2 days in a row popping off with national anthems that are working out. But hold on.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. What's so proudly...
Oh, we missed a bit. We missed. I don't know how many lines we missed.
Oh, no, a sea lion.
But
I've never seen you react this way.
He played George Washington. He's supposed to be the most patriotic guy.
Good point. Yeah.
Did we know for sure George Washington had the national anthem down?
No, probably not. It was too early on, so he might have screwed it up. Yeah.
Through the perilous fight.
Get it. Get it.
What's so proudly we hailed.
Wait for it.
Were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare. The bombs bursting.
Okay. Oh, he said bursted.
Gave proof through the night.
He's back on track now. Maybe he just locks it in for the end of this. I'm not positive, honestly. I just heard the beginning and I go, oh, that ain't going well.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star
Bring it home. We'll forget about it.
Banner yet wave.
Okay, all right.
O'er the land.
Oh, he's got it now.
Of the free and the home of the brave.
See, he did something smart there at the end.
Okay.
Because if you're nailing it at the end and you screwed up in the middle, just keep going. And you're like, brave, yeah, just keep going.
You know what he reminded me of is that one guy who just kept saying the same line over and over again. I'm just sending it to the group chat.
Okay.
I think we've played him before when this went viral many years ago.
Listen.
2011 to be exact.
Is there any chance that he didn't realize that he messed up and then he like got back and is like, I think I drilled that, and they're like, Christopher, we have news.
He's doing the Anchorman thing where he's like,
yeah,
great broadcast all around, ladies and gentlemen. Good job on the sports, good job on the weather. And they're like, Ron Burgundy, oh boy.
Not so much.
This guy's who Sabrina's talking about.
By Gage Charles.
Gage Charles.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
nice and low, which is good.
light what so proudly we hailed
got a horse race.
at the twilight's last
go.
gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars were so gallantly there as the
It gets better. See, like, you've never seen this?
We're so gallantly there.
So gallantly there.
Keep
In his head,
going.
he's like, I am blue screen of death right now.
He can't see anything. No,
He's
blacked
like,
out.
I don't know what any words to this song are, and if I get anything out of my mouth, then I'm happy, I guess. So he gets worse here.
be there as the rockets were there.
Oh, that's
and
right.
the twilight's last gleam.
We're there as well.
And the rockets' red glare were so gallantly there. The stripes were all there. And the rockets' rockets were there.
This is on purpose. This is
It's
on purpose.
1,000% real.
No, it's real.
And even worse, it's like 15 years old.
This is.
But it's so good, and you know,
and the rockets were there,
and they're gallantly there.
Everything's there right now.
Everyone was there.
Oh,
It's like somebody went to him and goes, you know what's a damn shame about that Star Spangled Banner? The word there only occurs once.
No, you know what? You know what somebody did? Somebody came up to him right before this, and they go, I heard you're having a hard time paying your bills. And he goes, yeah, it's tough. And he goes, if you can work the word there into the national anthem 16 times.
You'll make $100 every single time.
I need extra gallantly.
The flag was also there, and George Washington was there,
and your mother was there.
Oh, there.
And it's like cha-ching, cha-ching every single time.
You know how many other times he sang the national anthem after that?
Probably not many, I wouldn't think.
Was
but,
not there.
Yeah, he was not there. Yeah. Right.
Do you think that if you were the type of person, or for whatever reason in your life, got to the point where you're singing the national anthem at a sporting event, and you butchered it? How would you feel every time you were at a sporting event and the national anthem comes up? Would you show up late? You're just like, I gotta get there, you know.
They'd be like, have you ever seen Sean? He doesn't stand for the national anthem, and it's like, no, he doesn't think he deserves to. After this, he hangs his head in shame and he covers his face.
I would just go with the trap remix at that point.
It's something. All right, we have a lot to get to today. We're going to talk about NASA and the astronauts, the video that they launched. They're going to the moon. The director of the FBI got hacked. I've got some of the stuff that was hacked from him. I don't know if we'll get in trouble for that or not, but we'll see. First, let's get into this. A couple emails rolling into the show. Here is Billy emailing tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Billy says, I am so, all capital letters, done with Fritz on the street. Here he goes. Billy says, every Friday, I'm a podcast listener. I get so excited to tune in to Fritz on the Street. I don't even know why I torture myself week after week. It's the same old every time. For some reason, I pull for Sean. I've always pulled for Sean. I guess I really like backing a loser, Billy says.
Oh.
His triumphant first-year win was probably a fluke at this point.
Billy's a Red Sox fan, isn't he?
He'll always zig when he should have zagged on most guesses of how many participants got the question right, and C-Lane will end up on top. I always think mayhem, but that never comes along anymore. Sean actually won his first round of the year a couple of weeks ago, shortly after I saw a pig flying, says the emailer. It makes it not fun because about halfway through the year, C-Lane will be up 40 points, and Sean and Sabrina compete for a consolation prize.
Oh, shut up.
Keep up the banging work and pick me next week for Fritz on the Street. C-Lane, I need a winner. Pick me, he says. All right, we'll lodge your complaint here. Let's see. Another thing I got for you. I wanted to work this in real quick. This is from Sam, and he says, hey, Sean, have you seen this? And he sends me a link, and I'm going to bring this link up right now so everybody can see who's watching over on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. And the shirt is on eBay right now. And he says, have you seen this listing? I sent it in chat, but I don't know if you saw it. Somebody is selling your shirts on eBay.
I have a feeling I know who.
In a variety of sizes and colors. And, well, this one's only available in black. And all the extra smalls are already out of stock. So I guess
nobody even has that shirt yet.
Nobody even has this shirt. They're selling them online. It says the collection poster tour, the News Junkie Iconic 2026 unisex T-shirt. He said, thought you might want to know so you can kill it or try to. Thanks, Sam. Yeah. I don't know what to do with this. The username is, well, do I really want to give attention to that?
I want to see what else they've sold.
All right, let me see.
And successfully? Do they have
They
reviews?
are selling other shirts. They're selling like NASCAR shirts and band shirts. So they have a Sting shirt, a Zach Bryan shirt, and they do
thanks
merch.
For listening to the show.
They do stolen merch, and they've stolen our merch, and they put it up on the eBay listing. And sir, nobody better buy this because they're all going to be canceled.
Report 'em.
Is there a report button?
Yeah,
report
them.
I don't know if I'll find a report button.
Report.
To jail, whoever this is. You know you're out there right now listening to the sound of my voice, Mr. eBay, design, selling, thieferoonie. If you're out there, to prison. I will weaponize this microphone so that you spend at least a decade behind bars. Is this some grand theft crime? There's something here. I'm going to book you for it, all right?
See, do the math real quick. How many fake shirts does he have to sell for it to be grand theft?
I'll let him get right to that point. And 1-star review ought to show him. No, don't give him any reviews. No. All right? Boo to that person.
It gets worse.
What? Wait,
what do you mean?
Because I was looking for the.
How does it get worse?
I was looking for the eBay auction.
So, Lane, remember we have the entire show to go through. So, do you want to drop this worst news right now?
Well,
hold on. We have to take a break. Can you hold for the break when it gets worse part? Okay. Well, it gets worse, folks. When we come back, it gets worse. I don't even know how.
Yay!
We'll find out pretty soon here.
Oversell this. You're gonna oversell it.
Just keep going. And that bombshell.
It's so bad.
That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at some morning traffic right now in the Orlando area for those traveling.
Let's do 212s, yeah. Welcome. Behind the scenes, everybody.
This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino's brand new social slot game.
All right. A small announcement for you. First of all, hello. How are you? YouTube, good to see you. Glad you're on board. Twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Hello, Twitch people. TNJ chat over on thenewsjunkie.com. Hello, I love you. I appreciate you. Okay? Here's the deal. I want to try a little something today. I aspire to make the chat a great community. I want people to be able to have all sorts of views. I want people to get along with each other. I want people to be cool. I want people to enjoy the show. I want people to have a positive attitude, at least to some certain extent. And with that said, I am probably going to nuke like 5 people today. There's about 5 of you who are pissing in the punch bowl, who are miserable mates, and who make everything a little more annoying every once in a while. You have sour attitudes, and there is no free speech in this chat. This is not a wall where you get to graffiti your shitty opinions on top of the thing that is put together here behind this desk every day. So there will be about probably a couple of people that get nuked today. On the other hand, I don't want to be doom and gloom, okay? I want to call out the people that I like in this community. I want to call out the people who I think make this community better every single day. So from here forward for today, during each break, I'm going to call out one of you that I think is a great representative of the News Junkie community. I salute you. First up is our friend. You know her. You love her. She makes this community better every single day, and I appreciate her. AJ Soup, everybody. She's amazing. She truly stands alone. It is like Real Men of Freedom. It's like real American chatters. Something like that. I want to shout out the people who are great. And AJ Soup, you're up first. You are fantastic. Everybody pat AJ Soup on the back. Let's hear it for AJ Soup. Huh? Let's hear it. Some attaboys, some hey there's over in chat. Hello? You're clapping for AJ Soup?
Yeah, love AJ Soup.
Courtney's clapping for AJ Soup too? Good job. What are you doing?
I'm selling your shirts on the...
Oh, it's you?
Uh-huh.
What a twist that would be. It wouldn't be a very profitable twist for the household, but okay.
All right, bye.
See you later. AJ is the best. So one per break. I'm going to shout one of you out because there's so many of you that I absolutely think are valuable, amazing people. You're not these crazy lunatics who are just so fucking angry about everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like just angry about the world. About the world. Instead, these are people who wander through life and through the show ready to have a good time, ready to have interesting conversations, and that is what this show is about. So I think that's important today. All right, second thing, when we come back, NASA has released this video about our return trip to the moon, and if you haven't seen it, it's absolutely awesome. Netflix is getting more expensive. The FBI director has been hacked, and I have the information about that. They've admitted that the FBI director was hacked. I have some of the stuff that I guess was in this, some photos. We'll look at them. We'll look at them. That's all coming up in the first hour of the show. If you're new here on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're new over on Twitch, hit that follow button. It's free. If you want to toss a sub my way, I would greatly appreciate that. Florida Scratcher says, as long as those conversations align with Sean, it's absolutely not true. And to prove it, I won't ban you right now for this moment. But it is the sourpuss attitude that I'm talking about, all right? I don't care if people agree with me, but if you are this Karen, raging, lunatic, negativity, never fucking subscribed to secret shows, never bought any merch, never shouted out this show on a Share the Show Tuesday once, never did a goddamn thing for me, what do I need you for? I want to highlight the great people and the rest of them can fuck off. All right, we're coming back. Let's go. Let's talk about NASA, baby.
ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Pol show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand.
What Kugler did that I think was so unique.
Who's he?
He's the writer-director.
Who do you think he is? But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. And you can find out if you listen to the Nick, Dick, and Pol show on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the Nick, Dick, and Pol show and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Newsroom. Forget the same three songs over and over. Let's hang out here today and go through all things viral. And we're going to get into that in just a bit here on the show. I want to talk about this NASA mission because they have released the most amazing video. It's going to give you chills when I play it in just a second. I mean, it's amazing, 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 amazing. And I want to talk about that and play that for you in just a moment. But I was talking about how we've been wronged. Someone should be arrested for taking advantage of this show. Throw them in prison.
somebody emailed and said they're stealing your merch, the News Junkie merch, and they're selling it on eBay. And they said, check this out. This is about the 5th or 6th time this has happened, I think, on the show over the last decade or so, where people will go, hey, here's the deal. Here's what's going on. We're selling this merchandise. And it's kind of like people who stand outside of concerts and they sell the bootleg merch. But C-Lane said right before we're going to go to break, it gets worse. And
check your text messages.
All right, hang on. Let me see.
It's not just this person on eBay.
What?
Shut up. Are you kidding me? Somebody is selling on a completely different website the News Junkie Play Black Whopper shirt. And
in bold red, hurry up.
Hurry up, get it now. It's on sale, and it says prominent trending.
Only
Flash
20
sale.
pieces left.
Well, we've reached epic merch stealing levels here for the folks who are selling our merch here.
Ooh, I can get it in maroon, Irish
Get it in a
green,
long sleeve. See, like, if you start
navy.
rocking bootleg News Junkie merch around here, I don't know. I mean, come on. What
Put this on the
is
Mo
going
list, please.
on? Yeah, we should put this on a Mo list. How do we squash these people like bugs when they steal our stuff and sell our merchandise bootleg style?
Or get a cut at least. What if they're doing very well?
Yeah, I mean, just a decent arrangement could be made. Reach out beforehand before you just start selling these things. There you go. So to jail with all of them, stealing all of the merch from this show and selling the News Junkie merch elsewhere. Meanwhile, before I get to this amazing NASA story, I want to remind you, you can join the show. Email tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or you can record your messages as what we call dispatches, video or audio dispatches that I will play on the show. Kevin says the knockoff junkies. That's basically what's happening out there.
If you scroll down, it's got like a dude wearing this shirt.
I just saw that. I'm like, do we know him? That has to be AI, right?
Probably.
It's just,
this guy.
AI.
But he looks cool.
Oh, not even that one.
No, it's the
guy that I see wearing our bootleg merch looks like he's being held at gunpoint to wear this merch one after another. You talking about another one down here? Oh, yeah.
He looks like a P1 to me.
What are you doing? You're stealing the News Junkie merch, people. To prison with all of these folks.
I'll contact them.
I mean, they're probably not going to go to prison, but you should feel bad about yourselves. Let's go to the moon here. Here we go. This is pretty incredible. NASA is launching all the information about Artemis II. We are headed for the moon, everybody.
For the second time.
We're headed back to the moon, and the promo video that NASA has released for this is pretty awesome. I have to tell you, I like it. I dig it.
A race of men
Here it
that
is.
don't fit in. A race that can't stay still. So they break the hearts of kith and kin, and they roam the world at will.
Are these the new suits? They look like new space suits that they have, which are kind of cool. They're like an orange and blue. I'm a little colorblind, so I might be wrong, but like a orangish, bluish color is.
Not at all.
Am I wrong?
Full green.
Yeah.
No, it's not green. My eyes aren't that bad. I am colorblind, but they look cool to me, at least. What I see in my eyes.
We can't see their faces.
Nah, they
range the
get the
field,
helmets on.
and they rove the flood, and they climb the mountain's crest.
They're showing historic footage,
and they don't know how to rest. If they just went straight, they might go far. They're strong and brave and true, but they're always tired of the things that are, and they want the strange and new.
So as this emotional poem is going across
Is that
here.
a ChatGPT poem?
I don't know. I don't know if this is probably something famous that I just don't know of. I would guess, but Google a line of this or something when they start talking against C-Lane
And
and see
the
if we can find
rockets were there.
see if we can
And the
find
stripes were there.
The moon was there.
So
Maybe it's
gallantly there.
Is it a bootleg version of the national anthem? Is that what it is? Could be. They're showing all this archival footage, which is so awesome to see these people, these brave pioneers from back in the day who would put all of this this really basic ass equipment on and load themselves up on a rocket and blast off into space to go do the unknown. And Now
Hope
it's
for the best.
and literally hope for the best, not know whether or not it's going to work.
Well, that may have been one small step for Neil, but it's a heck of a big leap for me.
They say, could I find my proper groove? What a deep mark I would make. So they chop and change, and each fresh move is only a fresh
Cooking in space, cleaning in space.
And each forgets as he strips and runs with a brilliant, fitful pace. It's the steady, quiet, plodding ones who win in the lifelong race. And each forgets that his youth has fled, forgets that his prime is past, till he stands one day with a hope that's dead in the glare of the truth at last.
All right, what is it? It's not ChatGPT.
That
What is
poet
it?
of the Yukon.
It's The Men That Don't Fit In by Robert W. Service.
Oh, The Men That Don't Fit In.
Old Bobby Service.
So this is about people who are, like I said, trailblazers who are willing to put it all on the line for a journey and an experience and science and all of those things. And we are headed back to the moon with this Artemis II mission. That's what they're talking about here.
He has failed. He has failed. He has missed his chance. He has just done things.
There's our new astronauts.
Life's been a jolly
4
good
of
joke
them.
on him, and now it's the time to laugh. He is the one that the Legion lost. He was never meant to win. He's a rolling stone, and it's bred in the bone.
Ready?
He's a man
And a
who
lady.
won't fit in.
They had to force that in. There's a woman among the astronauts, so it said he's a man
And
then
woman.
and then it said and woman on the screen, and the female astronaut popped up as well. Artemis II heroes. We need to salute our space people for real, because space people don't care about right, left, politics. They don't care about any of that stuff for the most part. They are space people. They are fairly chill. They are up there having medical emergencies in space and staying chill. They are up there when they've been told they're going to stay for a couple of weeks, and they're staying up there for months and months and months and months and months, and they're chill. These people are amazing. I think they are heroes. I salute them. I think everything that NASA has done, even though it's been 50 years since
Isn't
they've
that
flown
nuts,
around the
too?
moon, I think it's all amazing, and every one of them is a hero in my book. But 4 astronauts will be launched on a 10-day journey around the moon.
Oh, they're not even landing on it this time.
No, not the first time.
Yeah, they're going to go around it like they did way back in the day
Little
before they
flyby.
ended up landing. Yeah, they go around.
Kind of an Apollo 13-ish mission.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
That was the thing that got you.
It was too
Too
far.
soon.
Come on, these folks are just getting ready here. They have seems weird that they might go on April 1st. You know,
Amy Koffa was a big proponent of no one's going to believe it. Can we do April 2nd, Artemis II? But we'll see.
Could you imagine if there was a disaster on April 1st and they go,
Just a prank. Just a prank.
That seems bad. But, well, it is what it is. It's just a day. It doesn't matter. So they have a window of 6:24 p.m. on Wednesday, April 1st, Wednesday of next week, 2-hour launch window. Other opportunities last through Monday, April 6th. So it looks like next week they will be headed off, Artemis II, up into space to go around the moon. And they're launching from Kennedy Space Center, of course, in Florida.
Do we know how many tampons they're going to be sending up with that one lady?
Because Christina Koch or Koch or whatever is going up with them, they have sent a couple thousand tampons, probably, as they did in the past. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and it's unfortunate. Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen. We got a Canadian who is piling on with these folks. On the 10-day journey around the moon, they are going to have 24/7 mission coverage on their YouTube channel. You'll see all of the cool stuff going on. It's something, as I said, that can bring everybody together, or it should. This is one of those things like where you find people against this, you say, put them on the wall. All right, somebody who doesn't like our space program and root for the United States and think that this is amazing that we've accomplished these things.
You're gonna have the conspiracy theorists. I mean, all the ISS interviews, they're like, look at that string. Oh, they forgot to make sure that the green screen was working. So for sure they're gonna be. What?
There's an interesting question in there. Is this going to make the moon conspiracies, the moon landing conspiracies, better, as in they'll go away, or will it make them worse, as in more people will believe conspiracies? Because now we'll have really good footage of the moon, and they're going around the moon, but Anna on Twitch makes a good point. People will say it's AI now. So does this get rid of the moon landing conspiracy?
No, it makes
people?
it worse. Totally makes it worse.
Or does it make it worse? Yeah.
Don't they have to just put like 3 fingers up in front of their face to indicate that they are not AI?
If they did, that maybe would help. I don't know. Somebody says, Meep says over on TNJ chat, I'm done, but haven't we seen the back of the moon before? Yes, indeed. Yeah, we've been around the moon. We've done all that stuff. We did it many times. Landed on the moon a bunch of times, too.
What do you want to bet? They're going to be like, the astronauts are listening to Pink Floyd as they circle the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, probably. Probably. We'll see. I think it's going to be fun, and we'll be all over it on this show, so make sure you're following along next week. You can join us with your thoughts. Maybe you're anti-NASA. That I'd like to hear. Let me see what you have. Send your dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or email the show, tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. When we come back, a couple of emails all fired up and ready to go. Did we solve the problem with the TSA? Maybe, maybe not. Airports might be getting better here soon. And the head of the FBI just got hacked, and I got the emails and photos that are rolling out of this. We'll take a look at them together, and I'll tell you what we see. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends, our classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes, folks. Stand by.
ChumbaCasino.com. Hey guys, it is Ryan. For years, Chumba's been setting the bar for online social casino fun, and it just keeps getting better with new games released every week. And
all right.
To collect. The fun never stops.
Here we go, chat.
Bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Limited by law. See terms and conditions. 21 plus.
YouTube, Twitch. Good to have you on board.
You are starting to see the symptoms of ED or PE showing up. Well, you know that's not something
good to have you on board.
Fixes itself. It's usually not a fluke, and you can try to brush it off, make jokes.
I've got a piece of software that somebody created that is going to absolutely disturb you. I've got the FBI director's emails hacked, and those have been posted on some like strange Iranian message boards, but I have them, and we'll take a look at them. Those are all on the way.
Much of a fix, but that's why guys are calling Premier Men's Medical Center. Over at Premier Men's Medical
One
Center,
second.
helping men get things back to where they should be, feel like themselves again, and listen up, 98% of men, they see results.
The next person I want to salute in chat
right there. They're offering a free consultation.
is amazing. Puts in a lot of work. Is really somebody that brightens my day many times. Is somebody who I know has my back in a world where sometimes people don't. And I'll tell you, I'm all up for having fun and making fun of each other. But at the end of the day, you have to think. Hold on. Nobody is coming in.
He is?
Yes, he is. In a day and age when a lot of people don't have your back, this person has my back. She is from YouTube. It is yet another lady, a woman of chat, who does great things and deserves to be applauded. Miss Tanya Morgan on YouTube, a moderator on YouTube. I think she's great. You think she's great. She's fantastic all the way around. And I salute her, and you should too. Because today I'm going to be highlighting the people who are great on these platforms. And then I'll start yelling at people more. Nice lady indeed. Nice lady. Women in chat stepping up, right? Let's hear it for Tanya Morgan over on YouTube. She's fantastic. She is. Now, for those of you who, and I don't know why you would live your life like this, like hate watching or something, or living in the world of negativity, those kind of things, I want you to know you're still welcome to watch. Even if you're a miserable son of a bitch, you're still welcome to watch. But, you know, you can't just like be a nasty, nasty person all the time and think that I'm just going to accept that. I've got too many great people I want to highlight. Little hint for you, one person has already been nuked today. But not Tanya Morgan.
Hey there, Sabrina from the News Junkie here, and RVing is hands.
1 minute, we're back live. I'm not miserable. I'm a rage baiter. Chaos. You may get a mention here at some point during the show. Some of you start asking yourselves, am I going to be mentioned? Because I do recognize you. I see your comments. I see that you enjoy the show. I see that it somehow makes your day better and you make my day better. And I dig that. Maybe I don't say that enough. Maybe we're like sparring around a lot, but I appreciate it. So thank you, Tanya Morgan. She's great. And we're coming back live on the show right now.
Visit GiantRecreationWorld.com and start planning your next great RV adventure.
Wish you could save on home insurance with
104 when booking your rental. Visit GiantRecreationWorld.com today and start planning your next great RV adventure.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
Newsroom. Follow along. You can even watch the show when we're live. Imagine that. What kind of world are we living in? You could peer into the studio, say hello, become a part of all of this over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. We'll get to your emails here in just a bit. It looks like the director of the FBI has been hacked. They hacked his email. These hackers who claim to be from Iran.
That was easy.
And when you see that, you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, the director of the FBI must have a lot of super secret stuff in his email, one would suggest. And I see the story here, so let's see what's in it. I've got the actual stuff that's been posted. I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to show myself or talk about, but
it's already out there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hack it. It wasn't me, all right? I didn't do it. The story from Reuters says Iran-linked hackers claim breach of FBI director's personal email. A Department of Justice official has confirmed the break-in, they say. And the story's pretty short, but it says Iran-linked hackers have publicly claimed the breach of FBI Director Kash Patel's personal inbox, publishing photographs of the director and his purported resume to the internet. On their website, the hacker group Handala Hack Team said Patel will now find his name among the list of successfully hacked victims. Well, they're pounding their chest. They must have got something good, right? We'll see. Reuters was not immediately able to authenticate the emails published by these folks, but a sample of the material uploaded by the hackers and reviewed by Reuters appears to show a mix of personal and work correspondence dating between 2010 and 2019. A Justice Department official confirmed to Reuters that Patel's emails were compromised, but did not go into detail. And I did see this. This is the post from the people who did this, and they've got these photos of Kash Patel.
Did they watermark them?
They did.
That's so
Just
weird.
in case someone wanted to.
Yeah, they put watermarks on the
Sorry.
photos of him.
Stopped in my tracks because of you zooming into these photos. What's happening here?
He's smoking a cigar in it. So then one of the photos from his email hack, he's smoking a cigar and leaning back in a chair. I don't know when this is from or what this is about. The other one, he's sniffing a cigar and he's in the same shirt. So this looks like it's from the same night. Kash Patel of the FBI in these hacked photos. Then he's just a photograph of him. Nothing looks even moderately compromising other than the fact that he has a cigar in his mouth. And
That's not very compromising.
Yeah, who cares? A photo of him
Cuban
next to
cigar?
a classic car, a photo of him next to an airplane. So nothing on this. Like if they had some nude photos or if they had him doing drugs with, Hunter Biden style with some prostitutes in a hotel room, or if they had that, I imagine, I might be wrong, but I imagine when they posted it on Telegram, because that's what we're looking at here, a Telegram post of this hack of the head of the FBI, I imagine they would have led with some of the salacious stuff that they found. Unless they found so much stuff that it's hard to sift through it all. But my gut tells me it doesn't look like there was much here. I'm not really thinking he'll be done in by a photograph of him sniffing a cigar, but
Like they got a hold of his photo bucket account. Like they all just are very random for the most part around the same time photos.
yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing on this yet that looks crazy. Of course, this is pretty recent, so more information could come out. And they did confirm that he was indeed hacked, the head of the FBI. Maybe tighten up those emails and the security around it. Don't be like C-Lane, folks. He uses the same password for everything. And it is an easy-to-guess password. If you know C-Lane's son's name.
Okay, not a thing.
If you know a couple of special characters after it, zoop, you're into his bank account, just like that.
Not even a thing.
9/11 is my birthday, 420.
It's true. 9/11 is his birthday, September 11th. He was born. Maybe that's part of it. But I'm saying make it more secure than C-Lane would. Make it a very secure password.
You're treading on thin ice right now.
What are you talking about?
Because C-Lane knows all of your passwords.
He knows some of them. He does. You both of you know some of my passwords. That is indeed correct. Yes, I agree. But you don't know my super secret passwords. So, take that,
An
everybody.
ear involved this time?
Be careful. Missy says, shocking stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad so far. But
Maybe it's just like a warning shot. Where
Could
like,
be.
all right, here's your pictures. We've got the rest.
That's true. Yeah, bigger concerns right now.
Juicier stuff.
From most people, bigger concerns surround things like the gas prices going up and the average price at the pump. It's more expensive now than it was. I saw somebody say, I think it was John Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, who had said, well, just some random point 2 years ago, gas was around this expensive. And I think that's probably true. And I think it's not at record levels. But with regular normies, people who don't care about politics, don't listen to political stuff, they're not focused on that. They're focused on how they feel about paying for stuff. So, and that's really like most of our economy right now, and whether people think things are going well or bad economically is based on how people feel about things. And sometimes folks will come down on somebody who's just operating completely off of vibes and feelings, which is kind of, a problem from time to time. But this is how the normal world works. People don't rationalize things at the gas pump and go, well, technically 2 years ago, it also was this. No, somebody goes, I just worked hard all week. How much of this money that I worked on is going in the gas tank right now? And then who can I blame? And 2 years ago, they looked at that Joe Biden pointing at the gas prices and they were upset about that. Now they might be looking at a Donald Trump pointing at the gas prices and be upset about that. Or they might go, why are we in Iran because of the gas prices going up? All I'm telling you is this is how regular, normal people think, all right? And whether it's right or wrong or it doesn't matter. But I think that there are people concerned about that. I bring this up because M emails the show. M says to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, speaking of high gas, I remember hearing a story a few years ago on the show that a guy had started a gas bank business. I think it was mostly for truckers at the time. You could pay and then bank the gas at the lower price and then get it even when the price was higher. I wonder if that's still around. It seems like the ideal time for it. I do remember this.
I don't remember this at all.
So there was a person who started a company where you could basically bank gasoline. And if gasoline was $1.25 a gallon, you could go, I want 1,000 gallons of it right now. And they would give you credit for 1,000 gallons of gas at $1 whatever per gallon. If gas doubled or tripled in the coming weeks, you could access your gas at that money per gallon. If somebody came in afterwards and theirs was $2 a gallon, well, that's what they would be locked at, and they would pay some sort of fee to be part of this. I do remember. I don't know what happened to that. I know when I was working for the water job, Danny, the boss, the head of Carolina Mountain Water. If you're down in South Florida, folks, get you some crystal clear and delicious Carolina Mountain Water. That was the job where I started listening to a lot of talk radio, like Neil Rogers out of Miami, like the Love Doctors on the station where we're on now, like Footy out of Miami. I remember those guys. I mean, I've listened to everybody from folks in the Midwest to the Northeast, all across the country, every show you can think of. I fell in love with radio, and I listened to a lot of talk radio and learned a lot about talk radio working for this Carolina Mountain Water Company. And when I filled up the big truck every day, we went to a weird sort of special gas station, and it was just for businesses. And the business gas station was much more, predictable than your round the corner gas station who's got the big sign up outside changing the numbers to try to get you in, so maybe you'll buy like a bag of Cheetos or something. So those things still exist, but I don't know if these places do. If you've used something like this, let us know. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Ooh, good email coming in. Good one here.
Alert. Good
About
email
time.
This is good. The other one's not good. About time we got to go. Keep me anonymous, this person says. Hey, Sean. It's an anonymous inmate listener. I emailed last week about prison contraband. This is an anonymous prisoner emailing the show. And to answer Sabrina's question on the show, the way guards get paid for contraband is actually Cash App. He said people will become guards at the prison, and he knows this from the inside, because they can make over six figures every single year just selling cigarettes to the inmates and other things like that. He said they bring in phones and people pay through Cash App, the app. He said they get $2,000, for instance, for a $50 prepaid phone that they may smuggle in. Okay, we'll go past that part. He says, what would you guys like to know next? How plea deals work, why 97% of federal defendants take them, the facts behind what you guys call pedos and what really happens in prison. Ooh. Wait. I've got an option here that I'm leading on, but we'll see if you are swayed by it. What your tax dollars are wasted on. Okay, I mean, I don't want tax dollars wasted. I want to see what goes on, wasting tax dollars. But the option 4, I think, is pretty attractive. He said he can also tell us about prison recipes. What they're making behind bars.
I kind of like those. Those are fun videos, man. When you see them on TikTok, like, here's the stuff I used to make in prison.
Yeah.
I like when they do dances together on the butt phone.
Mix a bunch of stuff, and they go, we were taking some ramen noodles, and then we're taking, like, some hot dogs, and they do gourmet food, is very loosely using the word gourmet there, but gourmet foods from behind bars. And thank you for the email, anonymous inmate. We appreciate that. The other news coming across was that there was a deal that may get the airports back into order. Here's the alert.
The Senate passing a bill overnight to fund TSA and most of the Department of Homeland Security.
But the legislation excludes funding for ICE and most of CBP.
So they said ICE was not included in this, but they have pushed through funding that hopefully will get quickly. These TSA workers haven't been paid in weeks and weeks and weeks. We'll get them some paychecks so they'll show up at work so people can get back through the line. And maybe next week on the show, we won't have a bunch of stories about really long lines and nightmare waits at the airport, but we shall see. Let us know what you think. Join the show with a dispatch. Record yours at thenewsjunkie.com or email tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, I want to get to, there's an app that was released. This gives me big vibes of that. When the Apple App Store first opened, Remember when people had apps where it was like, you could pretend you're drinking a beer on the screen. People
the
would
good old
pay
days,
for it.
you would bump for contact switching.
Yeah, or there was one with like a diamond on it that was $1,000 just to prove to people you're rich and you have the rich person app.
Oh, C-Lane, you had the make sure your text had claps in between. Wasn't it like, don't you remember
Clapter?
Clapify.
Clapify. It's long talked about Clapify, but
I finally made Clapify.
he built his own Clapify.
I built Clapify now that Codex is involved and can just write all the code for me.
You already announced this somewhere else, huh?
No.
No.
Not very nice to send it to me.
You can become a member of Clapify for a small fee.
I'm going to sell
month.
it on eBay for
If you want to put claps between all the words in your text, you can become a member and subscribe to Clapify. Is that actually available for people on the internet or
no?
No, it's not out there. But
I don't have the developer account. I need to get your password. I mean, I already know your password, so
that's
super secret.
Yeah, right. All right, when we come back, I'm going to tell you about an app that in the last 3 days has generated thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It is ridiculous. I'm barely sure that I can play this on the radio, much less stream it to people watching on YouTube and Twitch, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie.
Is all gun videos?
We might get banned twice in a week.
Banned again.
Let's see if we can do it twice in a week. But I'll tell you what it is. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident slowing things down, heading through Champions Gate on I-4 eastbound before Osceola Polk Line Road. Look out for emergency crews in the area. You're going to get stuck in some...
Hello!
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Orlando. Big savings are here during the semi-annual warehouse clearance event. Save up to 65%. Take up to $1,000 off. Plus get a free adjustable base with select ceiling mattresses. Hurry. Clearance deals won't last.
There we go. Flat says, please don't get another YouTube ban. I can't take Twitch. Why would you talk about Twitch like that? Twitch people are fantastic. Is it possible that you're the problem? Is it possible? Couple minutes and we're back. AA Hizzle says, I don't understand Twitch. Twitch, they don't understand you. What's to understand? It's a video website. You go there, you click play, you watch, you chat, you hang out. I see you all. I see you on TNJ chat over on thenewsjunkie.com. I see you on YouTube. And right now, I told you, on a day when I'm going to nuke a couple of chatters, one, I just blasted into orbit. Just now. And I will tell you something, and I mean this with all the honesty in my tiny little Grinch heart. You will never, ever, 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 ever see this person again. But you know who you will see? Somebody I love. Somebody who makes chat better in a way that no one else does. Somebody who consistently makes me laugh with their chat messages. Any guesses what platform this person is on before I say the next person who I want to salute today over in the chat world? Any guesses what platform they're on? Huh? What platform do you think they're on? Facebook? They're not on Facebook. Get out of here, they're not on Facebook. No. Are they on Twitch, somebody says? Sean hates Twitch chatter. Oh, people are saying Twitch. Yes, indeed, they are on Twitch. This person makes me laugh repeatedly. They are important to the show. I salute them. She is fantastic 24/7. Another woman, would you believe it? Let's hear it for the one, the only, Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch, everybody. Consistently one of the funniest people, a great member of the community. I salute you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch. Let's hear it for Bootsy. I made it, Mom, she said. Damn, the ladies are taking over today? True. Absolutely true. Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch. Just indispensable, unbelievable, and sometimes a little bit lewd, if I'm honest with you. But I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, we're coming back. We need a bikini calendar? Cat butthole, come on! Ruining it.
ZipRecruiter. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Get weird in the world's most viral newsroom. I couldn't do it without you, so thank you for being here today. Learn more about the show over on the website. That is thenewsjunkie.com. Let me take you back. Let me take you back a little bit to the early days of computers and when things were fun online and where everybody just had a good attitude and was screwing around and enjoying themselves. Let me take you back to that time because it's coming back. People pine for those days when fun was the driving factor, when there wasn't so many people with like large platforms and big follower bases who were miserable about absolutely everything that they were talking about. Let me take you back to better days. I told you when they first launched apps on these iPhones, I don't know what percentage of Americans have iPhones. Sealand, run the numbers for me. What percentage of Americans have iPhones? 40, 35, 30? The guess, 35% is my guess.
50%. I'm going 53%.
I don't know what's what. I think a lot of people have various Android devices because there's so many of them, but might be wrong about that.
It says as of early 2026, iPhones hold a dominant position in the U.S., with Apple's iOS commanding approximately 55 to 61% of the smartphone market share, according to Vertu and StatCounter.
So it's globally that they get trounced like that, and that's a lot of people with iPhones. But when iPhone first announced, hey, Steve Jobs was up there doing his thing, big performance. Yeah. And he's like, one more thing. That was his thing at these big events. He would go, one more thing. And then he'd go, I'm going to announce something today called iPhone. And then at one of these events in Los Angeles, or in California, actually in the San Francisco area. Cupertino, yes, where Apple is located. Steve Jobs goes up and he goes, I am announcing the App Store, and it's going to allow all of these talented people all over the world to not only create any kind of app that they want to, but also because these people are so skilled, I want to give them an opportunity to make money in the App Store. Now, of course, that made Apple a $1 trillion company, and they made more money than anybody else out there. But you get the point. And a lot of the apps were, as I said, it was like a beer drinking one where you would tilt up your iPhone and the beer would go glug, 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 glug. Yeah. Or it was a diamond that you paid a bunch of money for. The app that's popping off is These Vibes Come Back Big Time.
has generated thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in the last like 5 days or so. Not even a full week.
Like more than your Candy Crush? That's still
No.
Okay.
Yeah, those are still making big money. Big money. But this is doing well. And I hesitate to play this for you, but I am just bringing you the news.
Why? Do you think we're going to download it and get addicted and get distracted?
I'm trying to think right now, and I thought I had an answer for this. I'm trying to think which one of you, Celine or Sabrina, would be more likely to download this.
I mean, the last time you gifted us anything, it was a laser pen, and I got very distracted by that. But
I'm going to play it for you, even though I'm hesitant to play this on the show. Stay by the dump button. I don't know how far this goes. It's a little bit edgy. I'm just going to warn you. But this is real. It's in the news. This is viral. This is the big app that people are buying.
5 Nights at Epstein's.
It's not that. But we talked about that this week, though. Here it is.
Okay, so this is my new favorite app. It's called SlapMac. And
what?
It's
when you slap your
is the app
MacBook.
called?
It's called SlapMac. When you slap your MacBook or
like
Apple
by
device,
the touch?
yes, it uses an accelerometer in your device to know that it's been hit, and your phone makes that noise. I can see some ways that people would be using this, but
I didn't know that MacBooks could respond to slapping.
I guess they can, yeah.
basically you slap your Mac and it makes sounds. And there's different sound packs too.
Right.
So you can do...
All right. All right, that one was a little more aggressive. I can't, there's no visual here, so I can only imagine that these are people playing tennis or they're engaging in some sort of sports where they're getting excited, and that's what the audio is supposed to mean. Oh, yeah.
My favorite thing ever.
That's her favorite. She really likes that particular one right there.
But if I
wonder,
if we start the
dudes?
show next week and I forget to put my laptop on mute, move it around and
throw your computer down. It's like, oh, there's got to be guys, right? See if you can find the actual app and bring it up.
So I also think I found, I don't know, at least this Reddit post claims this guy made the app that moans.
The guy who's made thousands of dollars off this?
See, you already got it. You already downloaded
it costs $7.
What?
And you bought it already?
No, I haven't
Put
bought
it
it.
on Sean's card?
Yeah, he's not spending that much money on a gig or gag on the show. Does it say what it has for voices though? What do we got?
All right, so I made an app that moans when you slap your MacBook. It made me 5,000 in 3 days.
Okay, not bad.
Comments were all, "Where is the app? I need this," over and over. So I built it. Swift app, landing page, licensing, everything. Threw it up for $5. Still started coming in. As of right now, 2026 is so unhinged. And I'm going to slapmac.com. It's a beautiful website, I got to tell you.
Yeah, they built a little website. They put this out there. Now, meanwhile, I know this message is directly on target. This is what we've done with the brains in our head and all the great technology we have. Yeah. I mean, it's like you could build anything. It's like the great and powerful Oz pulls back the curtain and goes, you can make anything. Go ahead. You now have the tools. Anybody can make anything out there. And we go, great. I've got a perfect idea.
I'm impressed.
Oh, select it. Is that enough?
Although...
Is there a guy?
The goat one.
The goat? There's a goat one. The goat one's pretty good. You got to give it to the goat one.
Sean, you have to go to the website.
Okay.
Not only,
what is it?
you can dial in your slap, by the way, with sensitivity or cool down as far as timing goes. SlapMac.com.
Okay.
It also does menu bar only, adjustable sensitivity, USB moaner. You can plug or unplug a USB device and it moans. You're welcome.
Okay.
Slap counter, onboarding, launch at login, cool down timer, volume skills with force.
I didn't know that they made it so if your computer is overloaded, it'll start screaming. So
you can have custom sound packs like that lady said.
Like if your computer is running out of memory, it'll be like, ah! Just screaming.
The USB moaner is just when you plug something in, it goes like, ah.
Yeah, exactly. Which That's fun. Very fun to do.
So stupid.
They also have an FAQ section, which also has very interesting. Will it trigger during my normal typing? Can I get a refund?
Yeah, that probably gets
Is
asked
there a
quite
Windows
a bit.
version?
I wouldn't be surprised if that was something.
Done.
Can I own my own sounds? Or can I have my own sounds? Blah, 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 blah. There you go. I mean, it works. Be an entrepreneur.
Want to talk to this guy one day?
I maybe.
All right, Mom.
We've learned a bit here, but tell us if you're going to download this.
Yes.
And if this is going to be something that you need. Let us know. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of those, let's reload and see what you have here. There is some people talking about the Zyn pouches thing. We talk about, I brought it up. I said, there is a huge issue happening where people who do these Zyn pouches, which are the nicotine things you put in your lip that are so popular right now, especially with younger people.
A 6 milli lip pilly.
They're throwing them everywhere. They're throwing them in toilets and urinals where they're not supposed to, and people have to fish them out. At iHeartRadio in the bathroom, C-Lane showed yesterday, there's a sign, and it's like Uncle Sam pointing at you, and it says, I want you to stop throwing away Zyn pouches in the toilets in this bathroom, because this is a huge issue that we're facing. Billions of these things are being thrown on the ground, thrown everywhere. It's trash all over the place. Here's Pierogi talking about the Zyn pouches.
Hey, junkies. Happy Friday.
You too.
I'm catching up on the
Saturday,
show with
Sunday.
some podcasts, and I forget which episode you guys were talking about this, but the Zyn pouches and how they're contributing to litter. If you go to a public golf course, that's a great litmus test because it's just littered out there with these things. It's pretty disgusting.
Golfers do
People
tend to,
throw away your trash. The hell's wrong with you? All right. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
You're right. It seems pretty easy. It seems like a
wild.
no-brainer.
Because they're drinking on the golf course. Can't you just put the Zyns in the empty beer cans, or are they throwing beer cans on the golf course too? It's been a long time since
I from my experience, I don't remember seeing people just throwing away beer cans in the bushes and stuff if it's a decent little golf course. And it would seem that we could all, no matter who we are, we could get together on somewhere we go, it's not cool to throw trash everywhere, and these Zyn pouches are trash, and let's stop doing this, I think. People are now asking if there's a version with clips of me, if you have this app on your MacBook.
There's probably enough clips that we could get,
There's way too many.
Check your checks. I've got an idea.
Yeah, there's way too many China persons. Poppy.
That's when you plug in the USB.
I mean, there's a whole section of the website. There's a soundboard over on the website. And I mean, there's a million of these that could absolutely be like.
What? Obama, I told you.
So many of these.
Oh, come over here, little boy.
You see, they could absolutely be used like this.
You're just jealous because my body looks good.
That kind of stuff. All right.
Boners.
So it's nothing new for me, but maybe it's new for you, and maybe you need your laptop to converse with you in that way.
Oh, if you hit the high score, it's...
You don't know what they're doing to me.
I don't remember that one. Of course, I don't remember half of them, but you can play with them if you want. What is that? Oh, God. Yeah, you don't want your computer making those noises.
One of
either.
them says Sean gets slapped.
That's real.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
That was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
12?
Yep. Long time back. All right, learn more about the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Join us with your thoughts, just like Pierogi there. And listen to some more sounds of me saying weird stuff. It's all available on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll get into a big debate over an influencer shooting at alligators. And should this person go to jail? I'll tell you what's happening there. We got a lot on the way. We got the next episode coming up in a bit and so much more. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I don't want to play golf in a video game. We need to warm you up to using a controller for one.
What do you think a D-pad is? Well, I'm 55. I got one on right now. A D-pad? What is a D-pad? It's not even out of the box 55. I'm wearing one of those right now.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Left lane's blocked, 408 eastbound before that I-4 exit. You're still going to get stuck in slowdowns I-4 eastbound through that Champions Gate area before Osceola Polk Line Road. There's a crash there. Keep an eye out for that.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. One sec.
An additional free Eco 56-volt battery when you buy a select Eco mower, trimmer, or blower. Only at Lowe's. Valid through April 8th while supplies last.
Okay. Hi, everybody. How are you? Courtney? Hello? She's not here. I want her to read this email. Came in. Put it over there. That one's just for her. Just for her. Gotta add Opera browser. I just slapped my laptop and it took me offline. You gotta be careful. You have to be careful. How's everybody feeling today? Anybody feeling bad? Anybody disagreeing with the vibes? Anybody not like the show? Make this easy. Abraham says it's that clavicular moron. Yeah, what a, like, talk about being famous for absolutely nothing. Talk about being famous for nothing. I don't like the show, I love it. Well, Kevin says This Week in Florida. This Week in Florida is coming up later on the show at 1 p.m. All the wildest stories of the whole week from the state of Florida with Sea-Lang. Kevin says, hungover a bit. I need the show. Bird Nerd said, I'm doing great. It's Friday. Loving our TNJ Chat 2.0. Thank God that I was able to fix that last night. I was losing my mind. TNJ Chat broke. I broke the whole thing. I will fix it with the double posting that some people are seeing again today. But otherwise, I think we're cool. I think we're cool. Tequila Coco Mom. Hello. Sean, can I get a shout out just for being here every day? Freya's, yes. Shout out to you for being here every day. But you're not the next person I was going to mention, unfortunately. The next person I was going to mention, who actually makes this show better and is a great representative for this show, is a helpful person, has useful comments, is always there. I can count on them and they can count on me. It's somebody on what platform? Any guesses? Our next salute to the chatters. What platform? What do you think? Ooh, AJ Soup says TNJ Chat. Some guesses about it possibly being Twitch rolling through right now. A little secret, Twitch is always able to respond faster because the delay from sending your signal to broadcast on Twitch is shorter. Hiker Mom says Discord, You're Dumb says Twitch. Night Nurse is optimistic that it's YouTube. I am here to tell you that it is TNJ Chat. It is somebody on TNJ Chat that I think is awesome. They are the best of the best. And she, oh my God, another one. And she really steps up. That person that I want to give a salute to in chat is the Stepapy over on TNJ Chat 2.0. Chat along with the Stepapy and many, many, many others on the newsjunkie.com. I salute you. Thanks for being great. Ain't nobody out there better. 90 seconds and we're back live on the show. Twitch says we still claim her. The Stepafy, amazing. They're saluting her on TNJ chat. Salute her everywhere. All women so far. Wow, what does that tell you? Guys, we got to step it up. Got to put up the numbers. Sean doing his part for Women's History Month. It's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Famous last words. All right, we're coming back. Here we go. Copyright, copyright.
Blind has a brand new song. And it's on the newly released playlist on the free iHeartRadio app. Your no-cost destination to hear all of the songs that were just released, including Miley Cyrus, Luke Bryan, Central C,
well, go on. I ain't seen Shorty in a minute.
Paul McCartney, and so much more. Open the free iHeartRadio app and search new to listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007.
Thank you for being you. Welcome to the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over on the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com. Netflix wants more of your money, even more of your money, with a story out there making a big splash this week, saying the Netflix folks getting a little greedy. They are confirming that they have raised prices or are raising prices for the second time in less than 2 years.
Great.
And I think the great unsubscribing is really just moments away from where we are now. I believe that. I think there were so many people who said, man, you know what sucks? When we buy cable television and we have to buy these packages all pieced together, and because I want this channel and that channel, it's so expensive, and my cable bill ends up being $100 and something a month. They go, well, I could just get Netflix and have an internet connection, and I can watch all this stuff. And it's just, I don't know what it was off the bat, $5 or $3.
I think it was like $7 or $8.99.
Was it really?
Wasn't
okay,
bad. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty damn cheap right off the jump, and now it's going up again. This says Netflix. Let me see from Variety. For the second time in a little over a year, is once again raising prices on you. For its 3 plans in the United States, the new pricing plans were updated on their website at the end of this week. Under the higher pricing, Netflix's standard with ads plan is now going up to $8.99 a month. That's up $1 from $7.99. That's the one where you actually have to watch commercials when you're watching Netflix. You're paying them $9 a month, and you have to watch commercials in the middle of your Netflix shows. The standard plan, which is no ads and viewing on up to 2 devices simultaneously, is going up $2, which is rising from $17.99 a month to $19.99 a month. So if you don't want any commercials on your Netflix, it's now $20 a month. And so you pay Netflix $20 a month, and you pay Apple Plus this much, and you pay Paramount this much, and you pay HBO Max this much, and all of a sudden you go, shoot, I'm paying $120 again, just like the cable was. I think a lot of people are going to hit some price points here, and they're going to stop, and they're going to analyze. And when they analyze, they're going to go Netflix, 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 Netflix. And I'm running through my head. I'm like, what are the things that I watch right now on Netflix? I don't even know. I don't know. We watch every once in a while. We'll watch stuff that comes up on there. But you better keep me hooked. You better have something every month that is drawing me in, that is making me go over there to make me stay on Netflix if you're starting to charge me $20 a month. And then I know damn well, Netflix, you're going to charge me $25 a month next year. And then up and up and up and up and up it goes. As somebody on Twitch says, that's what I did for Netflix. I unsubscribed 2 years ago because the prices were going up then. I think there's a lot more people, though, who have been sticking with all these streamers, whichever streamer they're on. And they say, like Flats Fisherman on YouTube says, I have every streaming service except for Apple TV. I'm hitting that wall now. There's so many people, Flats, that are in that same boat. It is a flat boat with you and a lot of other people in it right now because they're saying, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subscriptions like this, and it's more than my cable was. Netflix goes up and up and up, and their top plan is about $27 a month right now. I don't know. Are they the most expensive overall? Or
it depends on what you...
YouTube TV is like $80 a month, isn't it?
That is, but YouTube TV is different, I think.
It's cable. It's basically cable.
It's a live streaming television service as opposed to like a VOD or video on demand service. Hulu is, oh my God, yeah. Hulu, if you have live TV, is $100 a month, basically $96 a month. Without it, it's $11.99 a month for ads and $18.99 a month for no ads. So now if you want no ads, you're up to $40 every single month out of your pocket. Remember, gas is more expensive. All that stuff is more expensive. You're up to $40 a month out of your pocket. That is going to 2 services to watch on-demand television. I really think people are going to hit the limit. And you tell me where it is for you, or if you've already hit it. Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch right now. We got a lot of different clips to get in here and all this stuff worked into the show at some point in time. One thing I wanted to play for you is TMZ is like, they constantly are trying to wrap themselves up in every news story that's going by, everything that's going by. And the latest way they've decided to do this, it's always the Harvey Levin guy and then the dreadlocks guy. They're always sitting there, and they're both in pretty good shape. They both have like their tumbler cups with them, sipping on their straws, and then they're trying to weasel TMZ into whatever's going on. And they decided they were going to launch a campaign against politicians in Washington because of the government partial shutdown and the TSA and all of that stuff. Of course, right on the verge of them passing the funds to mostly end the government shutdown, but perfect timing. They come out and they said, we want people to catch politicians out there enjoying themselves, I guess. Here they are.
Audience right now. That if anybody goes to Disney World with their family for spring break, or goes to a beach somewhere or anywhere on vacation, and you see one of the 535 members of Congress.
I was going to curse.
Take a picture and send it to us at TMZ. We will post that picture on our website, on our social media, and we will put it on our television shows. We want to show what they are doing at your expense. And we want everybody to hear that. And we are waiting.
Yeah, weird timing on your part, because I don't know if it's still valuable for people to still do this. I don't know if this is still going to happen. On the other hand, I really don't care about members of Congress, so it's hard for me to care about this.
I don't get the point of this. We're calling out people for taking vacations.
TSA workers aren't getting paid, but the Congress people are. So if they're on the beach enjoying themselves, take a look and, let us know, to send a photo in so we can shame them over on our website. That's going to change everything, they think. Well, let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Whether it's the Guthrie thing, the Savannah Guthrie thing, or any of this stuff, they are trying to get wound up in everything in every weird way they can over at TMZ.
Did they get any? Did they post any?
They did not. No, I don't think so. They might at some point in time, but they haven't as of right now. And it looks like they may have had some bad timing on that. Let us know what you think with the dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Email coming in. I got to get to the alligator thing, but that's going to have to wait for right now. I want to get to this email. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com and S emails the show. This is about Kratom, which I've gotten so many emails on this gas station drug. It's crazy. But it says, hey, junkies, I've been listening to your recent discussions about Kratom and wanted to share a perspective from a healthcare worker that might help to add some balance to the conversation. All right. It's true that Kratom has been used by many individuals as a tool to reduce or come off of opioid use, and for some, that has been beneficial. However, there's another side that I think is important to highlight, especially for listeners who may not have a background in healthcare or pharmacology. I am listening, S. What do you got? Kratom works by binding to the same opioid receptors in the brain as traditional opioids. That's exactly why it can help people transition away from opioids dependence, but it also means it's not a benign or risk-free substance. In many ways, it's substituting one opioid-like effect for another. Where this becomes especially concerning is for individuals who begin using Kratom for pain management without any prior history of opioid use or dependence. I have heard from people doing that exact thing. I think that guy that emailed and he was like, I am really absolutely addicted to this stuff. I think that's why he started taking it, because he was having some pain. They say, S says, another major issue is a lack of regulation. There's no standardized dosing, quality control, or consistent testing. Additionally, it's metabolized through the liver, so if you use it over and over, you could have liver-related complications. They end the email saying, I'm not suggesting Kratom has no place at all, but I do think it's important that conversations around it include benefits and very real risks. And I think you're right. I appreciate your expertise. Thank you for the email. They sign off, always stop reminding me how many days you have left on your contract. It's making me sad, says S. 67 days left, baby. 67 days left on that iHeart contract. And then sayonara, see you later, off into the wilderness, never to come back again. But probably behind a microphone. We'll see. I don't know where anything's going on this, but I'm going to keep telling you what's going on because people ask about it. But yeah, 67 days left as we put the alligator shooting story on ice for right now. We've got This Week in Florida coming up in just a bit with C-Lane's overview of all the craziest stories that have happened this week in the state of Florida. I want to talk to you about that big multi-million-dollar social media verdict and what the true story of that case is that makes things way more interesting. We got our attorney Mo DeWitt coming in and all that. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Thank you for asking. What's coming up on the next episode? Britney Spears back in the headlines, minus knives and DUIs, sub-cloud hacking bodyguards. Reacher star Alan Richson's neighbor says he's getting death threats from fans of the show, which in and of itself is a reach. Plus, I was gonna do whatever because I got high, but now I'm getting a bunch of money because I got rich. Ooh, I'll explain all that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's the Orlando Shine Show with Brendan and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And as we gear up for the weekend, we're expecting a warm one. Temperatures will be soaring well into the mid-80s for this afternoon in Orlando with a high of 86 degrees. We are going to be expecting, though, some changes by this weekend. Winds will be increasing. Plan for gusts as high as around 30 and 40 miles per hour. Be sure to secure any sort of outdoor lawn furniture or lawn items. Otherwise, we'll also expect about a 20 and 30% chance of some scattered showers for the weekend.
Hello.
One fix, forever covered. That's Everdoor Peace of Mind.
Welcome behind the scenes.
Today at Everdoor.com.
Good news.
The garage door that lasts ever.
A new secret show.
It's just a little after 12:30.
Headed your way.
That much done.
A new secret show headed your way.
And start our weekend
When? Well, it's Friday, so 5 p.m. the new show will be posted. Friday at 5 p.m. it'll be posted on thenewsjunkie.com. If you're not a subscriber, go subscribe now. You can do that at thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, you two. Hey, everybody.
Minutes after the show, I was on my way to the location in Winter Park, and you could be next. Check out their amazing menu of services. It is really a lounge designed for guys, full bar ready for you with a drink in your hand as you get your premium cut, your beard trim, your razor outline, warm foam, shampoo, scalp massage, lavender infused hot towel. It is a true men's experience, and it is only for you right now. Find them online at hammernailsgrooming.com. That's where you can make your reservation. Locations in
Hey, Snoop Frog, how you doing?
Hammer Nails. Come as you are, leave as you want to be.
It's a terrorist organization? What's a terrorist organization? You're coming in hot, pal. What's a terrorist organization? Oh, did I misspeak? I'll clarify when we come back. It's not 67 days, it's 97 days. Although, it's less than 67 shows, I think. And I have enough vacation that I can knock a big fat chunk out of that, which I probably will. T-Back says, hey Sean, the news just said Iran hacked the FBI director. What? Fake news, pal. I'm not falling for that, okay? Happy birthday, Snoop. I'm not a sucker. I'm not an idiot. I'm not falling for that. Nice try, though, pal. The FBI director wouldn't have an email that was so unsecured. It was the securing of the email was done in such a pathetic way that it would be hackable by a bunch of goons from Iran, okay? Unsecure or insecure? Unsecure. Wesh, fake news. Not looking at Wesh. It's not. It's fake, buddy. You're falling for it. TNJAI is not great about days and stuff. I'll give you the accurate info. Ready? Here we go. How many days until June 30th? 95 days? 95 days. 95 days. Let me write that down. I'll get it correct. We got to have at least an accurate countdown. 95 days. Let's try this. There are 95 days between today and June 30th, 2026. How many weekdays are there? 30 seconds. Coming back right now.
For free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
Real Radio 104.1.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. That's coming up in just a bit here. And allow me to clarify something. I screwed up. I misspoke. I screwed up. I ran the numbers again. I have 95
days left before June 30th, which is the end of my contract with iHeart. So I have 95 days left, which is about 65 shows. But I wouldn't be doing those 65 shows because I could probably take multiple weeks and just burn them at the end of it. But that's the actual amount. It's 95 days before June 30th, which would be the end of the contract with iHeart. So I guess I said 67. I was really cutting down a hell of a lot more than I needed to. 95 days, 65 shows, and a wild ride up until then, at the very least, I can tell you. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of feedback coming in today, so we will get to more of that. We'll get to some dispatches here and all the rest. Right now, let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
You gotta fight for your right to wear pajamas.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, the Home Loans Radio Show. And just peace of mind, right there, your fingertips, working with a guy that's got your back. He's an expert when it comes to refinancing, buying your first dream home, mortgages, and all of the complicated stuff that you put off over and over and over again. But don't do it when it comes to That Mortgage Guy Don. He made the path so clear, so easy, and you'll see that immediately when you go to his website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
35 years ago, 1991, the tough guy of this group right here.
New Kids on the Block.
That is correct. Who was the tough guy for 4 points?
Mark
Jordan.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie is right, and it was on this day in 1991. He was arrested in Kentucky on arson charges. Bad boy. Allegedly poured vodka on a hotel carpet and set it on fire. Rock and roll. He pled, I guess, a bargain down to second-degree criminal mischief and lived to open up that burger joint that didn't last too long. So, happy arson anniversary.
They didn't close all those down, did they? They had a lot of those Wahlburger restaurants.
I just know the one that I went to one time, and now it's no longer there.
Yeah.
And time to be a-flying because 4 years ago, 2022, this happened. God, I thought it was just last year.
Oh, the slap. Chris Rock.
Yep, it was 94th Academy Awards. Will Smith walked on stage, slapped Chris Rock right in the face.
4 years?
Chris Rock slapped him. Got slapped, rather, 4 years ago. And all
Chris
about
Rock.
it was a TikTok thing. I can't believe Chris Roth slap Will. We're on a different algorithm in that point. But some people chat, hit me up, let me know. You know what I'm talking about. Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head joke. Don't ever do that again. But now here in 2026, we're getting away with whatever we want. And congratulations to Reacher star Alan Ritchson, who has gotten the You're Not Getting in Trouble self-defense after beating the ever-loving crap out of his neighbor.
Nice.
And now, according to TMZ, getting the hot interview, the neighbor, Ronnie
This
Taylor.
is their wheelhouse, though. This is what they do.
They love it, but the guy's also rough. He was doing the interview, and he is banged up in the face. And not only banged up in the face, but getting death threats.
Hey, can I tell you real quick? I have never heard of this show, Reacher. This has got to be pretty good for them, right? They're getting a little
bit,
a little pop. People are going, "What is this show? What is this guy doing?"
So good that there are fans of said show, and they are sending him death threats.
Oh, damn! All right.
He has to endure over 100 threats from people upset about the fight with the Hollywood star. Has been receiving threatening text messages, cell phone calls from angry fans after the video recorded battle royale. Wait for it. Went live and viral all up in Tennessee. And that was the first question that came up to me was, I didn't realize that they were so many fans.
Who would watch their favorite TV show guy beat up another person and go,
he won.
I want to beat him up more.
You're going to die for even just doing what you did.
Your guy
neighbor.
from the TV show Reacher already won. He won. He was on the motorcycle. He beat up the other guy, and he doesn't get charged. He won in every way, I guess.
But just watch your back, Ronnie, neighbor of Reacher star. And watch your back, ex-bodyguard of this lady.
Britney Spears.
This is a new one. And I gotta say, of all the headlines I would see next after the DUI with Britney Spears, not what I expected. But according to Miss Spears herself, she has been hacked by an ex-bodyguard who got into her personal devices and Apple iCloud account and now threatening legal action.
What do you think is on Britney Spears' iCloud account?
I mean, she puts so much on social media.
Yes,
it's the unedited videos.
Is it the video of her naked with knives, but without the little tiny hearts over her nipples? Like,
tell me there's a team that's placing the emojis perfectly because they have not been taken down by Instagram. They have not gone against their terms and conditions and whatever you call it. They can't show nip. So there has to be a team, or is she that good at editing and we didn't know it?
I don't know.
Either way.
She's got a lot of time on her hands.
Yeah.
And she's got time to take legal action against Thomas Bunbury. She is claiming gained access to her devices, the iCloud account, without her authorization. In the letter that was earlier this month, she says Bunbury's allegedly violating a bunch of state and federal laws. She's threatening to report him to law enforcement and press charges. But why not?
She should
give the exclusive to TMZ first.
Well, she should. If somebody hacked your stuff and is threatening to post private photographs of you, you should 1,000% go after them.
Do it.
100%.
Is something going on? I feel like I'm getting a little tinge of.
No, not at all. No, I mean that. I mean, if somebody like revenge porn, or if somebody hacks and goes into your information and then takes your information and threatens to post it or something, not speaking or like paying that person off is such a bad idea. You should go after them. We should jail people who do that. That's a crime. I mean, that's what should happen to them.
Riddle me this. Should you go after, dare I say, jail people if they take your lyrics from a 1994 animation, do some comedy flips and translations? Should you jail them? Should you sue them? Should you go after them? This is my segue into a composer of this
Lion King.
Yeah, I will split that point.
Can we talk about this?
Well, I teased it yesterday. Didn't get to it, unfortunately. Do you want me to continue?
No, go ahead. Tell people what's going
on. South African musician Lebohang Morake, known as Lebo M, has accused comedian and performer Learn More, oh my God, Mawakenya Yeka, also known as...
some tough names in this one.
Also known as Learn More J, of intentionally mistranslating his chant, the...
For a comedy bit?
For a comedy bit. I remember seeing this video. I thought it was hilarious. But essentially, I forget whose podcast it was, but they said, na sequenya, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, just means, oh my God, there's a lion. Oh my God, there's a lion. They had a laugh, clips go viral, and now the composer of that song is suing the comedian for those viral moments.
Ooh, on what grounds are they suing them?
He claims that the song's opening lyrics, written in Zulu, translate to, look, there's a lion, oh my God, and now that has done a lot of emotional damage to him. They acknowledge in the complaint that Ingonyama can literally translate to lion, but say the word used in the song as a royal metaphor, claiming that Junzai has intentionally misrepresented an African vocal proclamation grounded in South African tradition. See you in court.
Jesus, man.
See you in court.
What damages are you going to prove? The comedian made a joke about what the Lion King song lyrics mean?
Nobody knows your name, dude.
What a wow.
It's messing up his business. It's screwing up his relationship with Disney, as well as his income from royalties, causing more than, are you ready for this, $20 million in actual damages.
Definitely. Yes, absolutely.
Not to mention $7 million in punitive.
I think they're going to lose this case. I do. I will firmly place a bet down on losing that
How much you want to bet?
I will bet $500.
I will do 2 lion cubs.
Okay. That's
Sea
way
lion?
more than $500, I think, in the marketplaces I've seen.
I got a guy. Sea Lion, any bets, or you just want to?
Once again, there's only 2 ways to this bet.
I bet lion cubs. He bet $500. Pick
How does the
something
third
else.
person come in?
Tree fitty.
There we go.
Didn't even take a second.
There goes my time. Let's do this because do the math for me. What's 500,000%? Not 500,000. I have dyslexia. Just 500%. But a big ups to this guy after the big success in civil court.
Oh, Afro Man.
That was cute.
You and I are in sync today, bud.
Mm-hmm. I do it on purpose.
Do you guys need to borrow a tampon?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm
Afro.
amazing. Thought we were going to go, I'm amazing.
Ooh, they're saying now that his catalog, Afro Man, to be exact, up 500% after the trial victory, especially lemon pound cake. So enjoy your lemon pound cakes and all your monies, and don't make fun of that one Lion King composer. Follow your dreams, me on Instagram, and say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Zach on YouTube says this is almost as bad as selling fake news junkie merchandise. True.
Shut up, Zach.
True. Absolutely
What is he
true.
referring to exactly?
Sealand, 3, 2, 1. Damn it. I don't know if we would land on that together. We'll see if we line up more. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do word for word with Sealand through the entire This Week in Florida segment.
It should be fun.
Every single word. Have you ever seen when the twins are talking in an interview and they back and forth?
Yeah, that wasn't annoying at all.
Yeah, we won't do that. That might be a little too much. But Sealand will bring you all the craziest, most insane stories from the Sunshine State over the last handful of days. All you have to do is sit back, buckle up. You bought the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge because This Week in Florida is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Westbound on 408 before I-4, there's a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder causing delays on I-4 near the East-West Expressway. Expect some slowdowns.
Hello? Can I tell you what's crazy? The amount of people who are watching on the ad-free stream, watching on the big screen over on the newsjunkie.com. If you're logged in and you're a Secret Show subscriber, you get to watch on the big screen with chat on the side. The amount of people watching on there has gone up significantly. It truly has. Hey everybody, how are you? My name's Sean. This is Skull Mike. There's a skull and a microphone down there, and the camera follows me around. When I'm over there, we're doing the radio show, the News Junkie, a syndicated radio show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you for hanging out. Hit subscribe. During the commercial breaks, we yap. Where were we? Where were we? I've been saluting people who I appreciate in the community in the chat world. I want to show you that I see you. and that you matter, and that it's all not doom and gloom out there. So I want to show some appreciation to folks. One person that I want to show some appreciation to is kind of a controversial figure, if I'm honest with you. This person is spicy. And some people want to keep their distance, but not me. I know in his core, he is a good guy. What platform do we think this person is on that I'm about to salute as a chatter? Some people call him poisonous, a little prickly. Some people say he should be canceled, he should be imprisoned. These are just some of the headlines I've seen. Any guesses as we get ready for This Week in Florida? Twitch thinks this is a Twitch area here. Sean is going to salute Trump? No, he's not in chat. No. A lot of people think it's going to be on YouTube here. This controversial figure has run afoul of many laws over the years, but remains a free man. And whilst he cannot go very close to an elementary school, he is an amazing person in my view. He is from Twitch. He is the first person ever that I can recall to be part of the chat community, to have beautiful twin children, twin girls, and share them from their birth, from the birth of the baby in the chat community, to the babies now growing up and watching Papa cleaning the pools out there, listening to the news junkie every day. We know him as Chaos on Twitch, and I salute you, Chaos. I salute you, pal. I don't care what they say about you. I think you're an amazing member of this community, and I appreciate you, buddy. Let's hear it for Chaos. Let's hear it. Chaos says, who wants me imprisoned? We can get into that later. Mr. Predicto, is this finally the year that Chaos is going to prison?
The answer is unclear. Try again.
Mr. Predicto, is Chaos going to federal prison or state prison this year?
It is a strong possibility.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. But I still like him. I salute you, Chaos on Twitch. 1 minute, we're coming back live. 1 minute and we're coming back live. It's time for This Week in Florida, folks. C-Lane brings us on a roundup of some pretty unbelievable but remarkable Florida stories that you probably haven't heard of. Let's go. Here we go.
Injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the
Most viral newsroom, if you're new around here. Buckle up, let's have some fun together. There's a lot going on planet Earth. We might as well laugh about it and enjoy ourselves a little bit, right? Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. I can't very well do a Florida story right before I introduce This Week in Florida.
I mean, you've done it before.
I know, C-Lane, but that would seem more rude than previously, I think, right now.
Why? Is it a good one?
I mean, it's okay. It's a good story. I'm not going to do it, though. I'm not going
to. It sounded like you were about to do it.
The only way I will possibly do it is if it's not featured in This Week in Florida. And in that case, then I'll do it afterwards as a little addendum, a little extra quick bit on the way out.
All right,
trying to be part of things. But we'll see what happened. Weird stuff always seems to go down in Florida. And today should be no different. Are you ready, C-Lane?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most grown-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State, see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And I got great news, guys. Great news.
Good.
Everything, all of our major issues solved.
Oh,
nice. Everything is okay.
Clearly. That one thing.
Good job, everybody. We did it.
Yeah, we mission accomplished. If we could just get a banner, anybody knows where to get that banner, we can borrow it. Mission accomplished. Everything is good. It must be good if the following is going on, because it seems that of all the problems that one could potentially face, the Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer is somehow going after the NFL. He's mad at the National Football League. And in a letter to Commissioner Roger Goodell on Wednesday, he accused the league of civil rights violations due to hiring policies based on race and sex. He's referring to the league's Rooney Rule, which requires teams to conduct an in-person interview with at least 2 minority and or female candidates for any general manager or head coaching position, interview at least 2 minorities and or women for all coordinator positions, and interview at least 1 diverse candidate for the quarterback coach position or any senior level executive position on the team. Uthmeyer said the NFL mandates that all teams employ a female or minority coach as an offensive assistant. And he says, this has to stop. This has to, and he's
the thing that's funny about when you make them interview people, like you go, okay, if you want to hire somebody for this role, you've got to interview somebody who's a woman and a black candidate or something. I always find that to be a little more rude, actually, because if you already know who you're going to hire and then you have to bring in some suckers to make sure you legally check off the boxes or you don't get in trouble with the NFL, you're like, nope, we brought in the token people and they're never going to get the job. That always struck me as more mean somehow.
Yeah, we used to do it here. And there would be certain jobs that they've picked somebody for, but they had some rule where they had to interview 5 people. It wasn't even like a minority thing. It was just they had to interview a certain number of people for the job.
Are they doing this on the field too?
No. They would bring in no, there's plenty of minorities there. They would bring in somebody from down the hall that knows they're not getting a job, and they would just be like, sit down. And that somebody would demand $200,000 in a company car, and they go, okay, well, we will.
We get company cars.
We'll keep you posted on how that's going to happen. But it says disturbing discoveries. No, that's a link to another story. In response to these sorts of policies, Uthmeyer invoked the Florida Civil Rights Act, which prohibits employers...
Which was a disturbing discovery in and of itself. That's right.
Which prohibits employers from discriminating on the basis of factors like race and sex. The Rooney Rule and its offshoots require precisely what Florida law forbids, the letter continues. And as a result, he demanded the NFL stop discriminating on factors like race and sex, instead focus on merit-based employment. I think it doesn't... I don't have it here, but he had some sort of punishment ready for him. Like, if you don't do this, NFL, you're going to face my wrath.
Somebody on YouTube says, this shows you how weird this all is. Somebody on YouTube says, my last corporate job, we had 1 type of each person in the office. It's like, what is it, Noah's Ark? We've got, you're collecting his Pokemon of people? That seems very, very weird to me.
Yeah. It said failure to provide such confirmation that they were stopping this Rooney Rule thing could result in a civil rights enforcement action warned Uthmeyer, the Attorney General of Florida. The NFL seems to be pretty powerful. I don't know that they're worried.
They do swing a pretty big one. They got a lot of money over there at the NFL, but we'll see what happens.
We learned recently that what might have been the most dramatic season of The Bachelorette yet will not be seen at all. It's even
crazy.
That much more dramatic. And there is a tie to Florida in the dais of men that was dating this woman. From what was the show she was on? Like the Mormon show?
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. As it turns out, her life was not very secretive at all, and that's why we find ourselves without any new Bachelorette episodes. However, they found out one of the contestants, this guy Brad Ledford. I don't think he's from Florida. He's from Asheville, North Carolina. But he did something in Florida that I think you're going to recognize.
All right.
Because he was driving home from spring break in Florida in 2014 when he fell asleep at the wheel of his SUV. There's no way this didn't come up in the show, like when they were doing like one-on-ones or something. Like there's no way.
Never know, right?
There's no way this didn't come up. He fell asleep at the wheel of his SUV and he crashed the SUV. And the passenger in the SUV ended up paralyzed from, I think, the waist down.
Oh, boy.
Damn.
That passenger, Republican politician Madison Cawthorn.
Whoa, the guy, the one that was like, he's been in the news a lot.
Yeah, he's been in the news, and he's in the wheelchair. That's why he's in the wheelchair.
No way.
This dude, Brad Ledford, that was a contestant on The Bachelorette, was the guy behind the wheel that fell asleep and was the reason that Madison Cawthorn is
behind two wheels.
Is above two wheels.
Do they put that on the graphics on the bottom of the screen when he's
paraplegic?
Oh my gosh!
Thanks to that Florida guy.
That would driver. That would be kind of hilarious if they actually did that. On April 3rd, 2014, Cawthorn, then 18, and Ledford, 17, were headed home from a spring break vacation in Florida. He fell asleep at the wheel of his SUV. It ran off the road and into a concrete road barrier at 65 miles an hour. At one point, Madison Cawthorn, during a speech, claimed that Ledford left him there to die in a fiery tomb.
Oh, so not friends anymore, huh?
No, they've made up.
Okay.
Ledford said in the deposition that he climbed out of the passenger window and pulled his friend from the burning vehicle. And it says that Cawthorn has apologized to him in private, but never publicly refuted the whole
season of The Bachelorette, but they're not going to play it.
Left me to die in a fiery tomb thing, which is very odd. But that's something that would have came up possibly, maybe, I don't know. We never will know because we're not going to see this hidden Bachelorette season.
Damn
you
it.
still haven't burned the story that I had right off the jump, so I'm safe so far.
Prostitutes in Miami.
Nope, not that. But I do want to hear about prostitutes in Miami.
3 people were arrested Thursday during an undercover prostitution sting carried out during Miami Music Week.
Okay.
Detectives with the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office of Human Trafficking Task Force, working alongside the Miami Police Department's investigation section, a lot of big names here, said they conducted the operation as part of efforts to identify potential trafficking victims during major events in South Florida, including Miami Music Week and the Ultra Music Festival. Through a series of text messages, police say the detective was directed to Angel Pareja, 34 years old, who allegedly coordinated the meeting and communicated. Sounds pimpy to me. It sounds like he was the pimp. He told the detective he had, quote, a lot of girls, unquote, but 2 women available and provided photographs of them during the conversation. He discussed payment options, indicating the payment could be made in cash or through a digital payment service.
Which
so
one?
They're taking Venmo now for hookers?
Or Zelle.
Or Zelle could be it. Right, straight to the bank. Investigators said the meeting was arranged at an undisclosed hotel. They met up, agreed on a transaction for sexual services. It says after the exchange, law enforcement gave the prearranged signal prompting tactical units to move in. But it didn't say exchange of what? Just money, I would guess? Or did they have to go through,
They might have to.
At
South Park, that's what they did. It was they went all the way to the end when they did the bust on South Park, and then it was like, freeze! Right at the end of the act, everything's all done, and they go, put your hands up! And That's how you make sure you got him, I think.
There's a veteran deputy with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office that is out of a job, has resigned, and I don't think this person did much wrong. There's certainly worse things you could do as a cop.
I feel like when you start stories like this, Elaine, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
No, this one is quite mild. I think she should have been able to keep her job, maybe just a slap on the wrist or something. But she's resigned after an internal investigation found she created and sold fetish content on the subscription platform. I've never heard of this website, Feet Finder.
Yes, you have.
That's a big one. That's a big
I've
one.
never heard of Feet Finder.
Yeah, dude. That's
Have we
where
talked
they're
about
making
it?
the buck.
It's like Adult Friend Finder, but it's just for feet. Just right there, focused on feet.
They say, I guess, one of the things they're mad at is at least one instance she appeared in uniform. But Deputy Brandy Tenlin,
On her feet?
who had more than 2 decades of service and was assigned to courthouse duty, operated an account featuring hundreds of images and dozens of videos centered on her foot-related content. It said what started as a preliminary inquiry escalated into a full internal affairs investigation, which uncovered the account generated how much over a 16-month period.
Oh, man.
Guys, it's not that much.
Oh, okay. Okay, that helps. I'm going for $500.
16 months we're talking about here.
Okay.
I will
think I went too
go
long.
$16,000.
You almost got it. $6,000 she got over the 16-month period. And
Not
now,
good feet.
because of that, she's out of a job. There is a man who wants to warn you about all this talk about property taxes in Florida. Adam Johnson. You may not recognize his name, but you have seen his face for sure. He has been in the news, a very prominent figure of the January 6th debacle.
Oh, the guy with the horns?
Nope. This one's Lectern Guy.
Oh, all right.
Lectern Guy from J6. He earned his moniker after he was seen carrying a lectern belonging to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office at the U.S. Capitol during the riot.
What a nickname.
He, I think he was running for some office or something.
Well, I think here he is here. Yeah.
There's Lectern Guy. He
Hi.
broached the topic of property tax cuts in reaction to a special election where a Democrat flipped a Florida district that includes Mar-a-Lago. Says overdeveloping and an open door policy has consequences in our elections. We saw this yesterday. I'm going to say something very controversial that will get pushback. I don't know if it's super controversial. If we vote to end property taxes, the magnet will grow in intensity and draw millions more to my state. What are these, like, stay out of Florida guy?
I got to tell you, I do like the idea of saying, I'm going to say something very controversial, and then the thing is not even that controversial. Yeah.
Low bar.
Mundane, yeah.
Low bar.
I sent you a link to this real quick. There is a guy who is frustrated with his favorite gas station. It's not Sean's favorite gas station, but a man is so mad at Bucky's that he is ripping all of his Bucky's gear off of his car. Look at this. Watch the video here.
Can I play it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
They
not cursing.
Tried leaving me stranded.
For what? For views. And for clout. And I got. Why you mad? Why you mad? Because I got used. For what? For views.
Okay.
That's it. That might be another audio.
It probably is. It's like a remix. The incident was shared by Griffin McCarty, unfolded at a Bucky's location in St. Augustine. He had driven 30 miles specifically to use his Bucky's gift card for gas, only to be told by a store employee that the card could not be used for fuel purchases. With limited money and fuel remaining, he said the situation left him stranded.
What an idiot.
He said, I have $4 in my account and 10 miles in my tank and literally can't even get back home without getting gas money from my parents.
Surely it says it on the gift card, my guy.
I love when somebody makes 8 billion mistakes in their lives and they screw up everything from A to Z, and then on Z, they blame it on the last thing.
No, I got nothing. I'm stranded.
This is Bucky's fault. I made a million bad decisions here, but I blame Bucky's.
He's only got $4 left and 10 miles in his tank, but the clip shows him removing an estimated $200 worth of Bucky's merchandise from his car before discarding it, apparently in frustration. I'm going to say something controversial.
Here we go.
That's it for This Week in Florida.
That is controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
that is
See how it works?
I just had to dump that. Yeah.
Wow. It's out there for some of you folks. And Jewish listeners, do email C-Lane, C-L-A-N-E.
Did I get to your, I didn't say anything about Jews. Did I get to your story?
Oh, he wasn't saying it on air, but he was holding signs during that whole segment that was very anti-Semitic.
The
It was
answer is
just
you lost the story, didn't you?
super clear. No, I got it right here.
Is the story involving a neck tattoo?
No.
Crumbling
no.
apartments? $2 million in iPhones?
No.
Stolen inmate uniform?
Oh, no, that was a good one, though. There was a person who was arrested at like a gas station or something, and he had an inmate uniform that made him look like an escaped inmate.
That he stole from jail. Because he went to jail, and when he left jail, he stole the uniform.
What an idiot. He went to jail, stole the prison uniform, then for a lark wore as a joke the stolen prison uniform that made him look like an escaped prisoner and got arrested and went back to jail. What an epic turn of events. I was talking about this story where Florida investigators are looking into this viral video of people, including some dopey social media star, who were firing into the Everglades they're in an airboat, and they were firing at an alligator. And they're looking at whether or not they can arrest these people. One of them was this stupid streamer viral guy who I guess has been kicked off.
Stupid streamer viral guy.
That's what he goes by. I don't. Sometimes I don't want to say the name of these
That's
people.
what I sing when I see your little videos.
Fair enough. As long as it's on somewhere, I'm fine with that. Let me see. I'll bring it up. This person was on an airboat doing a tour and shooting at the alligators.
Is it alligator hunting season?
I don't believe so. And according to the community notes, well, you know what? I'm going to be very careful here because I've already had some issues this week.
Oh, yeah, dude. Wait a
he
second.
has no arms?
Yeah, I'm not going to play, but they're shooting into the water at an alligator, which you're just not allowed to do. Okay, I can show this. Here's the guys on the airboat afterwards that have the guns, and they went on this tour and they just like opened fire on this. Somebody says the Florida Wildlife Commission is aware and they're investigating. Arrests have been made before. It's a felony in Florida.
Yeah, way to go, airboat tour guide.
Yeah, I don't know why that
For
person would do
allowing
that. Yeah, to go to be on a kick stream with like
Shame on
1,000
you.
people real quick. It's a really dumb decision. And the guy was arrested for a different crime altogether this weekend. He's one of the reasons why all the incel language has gone mainstream. And you hear people talk about looks maxing or whatever maxing or grandpa maxing.
I thought looks maxing was like a fun thing.
They're all tied to the incel community. The incel community lingo has gone about as mainstream as I could have ever thought. There's a tiny percentage of people who are in these communities on a couple of web forums. And just like 4chan or something, they end up a hacker. They end up impacting culture at large, and people use all these things. Okay. I saw the looks maxing thing used so much that there's a clip that's going viral this week where some guy goes up to a girl by herself at a party, and he's like, "Oh, you okay?" And she goes, "Yeah, why?" And he goes, "No, you're just out here alone maxing. I wondered if everything was okay." It's like everything's maxing, drink maxing, C-Lane's Coke maxing in the studio back there.
Okay, Coca-Cola.
Coke zero.
He's Coke maxing. I said it correctly.
That's actually zero maxing out. Because
I've not seen him put down so much Coke during one show, I don't think, in my entire life. So I would say if that's not Coke maxing, I don't know what is. I'm just witnessing
I'll
it
send
here.
you a link.
Coke zero.
However, that's what happened there. I almost said that's this week in Florida, but that's you wrapped that up already, didn't you?
I did.
When we come back, we got our friend Mo to win
Florida
before
maxing.
too long. I want to. We'll Mo Max a little bit later on here on the show, Max, and I have
Stop
Jules-
rhyming,
And
dude.
we're done.
Stop rhyming. This is the second time today.
Is that your
Have I
plan
ruined
B?
it? I might have ruined it. Okay.
Mother Goose maxing over here.
I like Mother Goose maxing, actually, because it seems like the least likely thing to max on. But
Yeah.
here we are, regardless, Mother Goose maxing on the show. Anyhow, when we come back, I'm going to tell you two very different things. One is the truth about that big social media lawsuit where the young girl got a verdict from a California jury of, I think, $6 million. But that ain't the end of the rainbow here. There's still going to be another money demand from the jury, which is going to be the punitive demand, which could be huge. I want to tell you what was really going on behind the scenes of this case, because nobody seems to know this, and it's crazy. And I want to tell you that a new investigation done by the brightest doctors and minds in science suggests that mayonnaise is actually a musical instrument.
Let's go, baby.
We'll go over this. We'll see what's going on. And it's a legitimate thing. We'll see what's happening with all that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Mother Goose Maxing. Nice. Mo's coming in soon. You're here. And as I have been nuking a couple of pesky, annoying people in chat, that overall will make things better. It's like booting the hecklers out. I've also been turning the spotlight on some of you that have been just fan-damn-tastic. And almost all of the people who I've been saluting in chat have been women. Save for Chaos, who I just mentioned on Twitch. And he's sort of a halvesy, so kind of fits in the category. But I want to tell you about somebody else who I think stands out in the community and stands out in chat, that I want to say I really appreciate, that shows up so often for this show. He is funny. He's kind of a bro type. He's the type who might look smacks, be into clavicular, some of these other weird influencer types. He's the kind of guy who can throw a football over a mountain. One clear pass right over a mountain. Rumor has it he can bench 700 pounds. Even though he's got all this testosterone wound up in his system, he's still here each day to be a nice and decent guy in chat. Sometimes on TNJ chat and other times on Twitch. Let's give it up for my man, Abraham Dragonfriend. Just an amazing dude all the way around. Gotta love it. Abraham Dragonfriend definitely has had some top-notch comments. A guy's guy. We'll probably go watch like a UFC fight one time together or something like that. Love him, love him, love him. The broest bro ever. True. Absolutely. Very true. Hey, let's talk. Does he even lift? Yes, he does. He lifts. He, like, big time. You know, they say that there is no one physically capable of spotting for Abraham Dragonfriend on account of no other bro can lift that much LBs. Very impressive. Congratulations all the way around. Very, very good. Abe Maxing. Yes, Abe Maxing in chat. All right, I want to get into this because I think it's interesting. Give me your vibes on this, chat. We had this court case in Los Angeles, California. A young girl, she went by her initials, sued Meta, that is the parent owner of Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and many other platforms. So think Facebook and Instagram. And also sued YouTube. You know YouTube, obviously, right? And was victorious in this case. Now, this plaintiff, this young girl, she says that because of the social media algorithms, She was depressed because of these social media algorithms. She had mental health issues because of these social media algorithms. She had problems with her weight and body dysmorphia, and she just was overwhelmed by the algorithm. And the jury heard her case and awarded her in actual damages, damages to her, $6 million. The next step is punitive damages, which could be billions. Who knows? But they heard her case in the courtroom, and the jury sided with her 100%. And I think what's going on here is there's a groundswell of people who hate the big tech companies. And I think, I might be wrong about this, but I think it's pretty across the board. Left, right, center. I think people just kind of hate the big tech companies, hate the algorithms. They think they're destroying young kids' minds and all of this stuff. But there's a lot you don't know about this case. And I'm going to tell you what was going on behind the scenes in a minute here. Jadon says, dang, I didn't know I could sue Meta so easily and become a millionaire. Boy, are the floodgates going to open after this. Now, they're going to, either they're going to pay it off and try to hope nothing else happens, or they're going to appeal. And we'll talk to Mo about it. But when I looked into the case, there was some pretty crazy details. In fact, I saw a person who's usually just a nut job on social media. They posted about this case, and I said, that can't be true. And I looked it up, and they were right. So I'll explain to you what exactly is going down. Very quickly, though, when I say YouTube or Facebook, and you had to simplify it to whether you think they are good or bad, just the net good or bad for the United States of America and just for like the youth as a whole. When I say Meta and YouTube, do you think they are good or bad as just as a net value increase or decrease on America? Good or bad for kids? Good or bad for everybody? What do we think? Bad? A chick named Woody says on TNJ chat. I think most people will say bad. Not many people will say good. Good but bad. YouTube good, Facebook bad. Bad at this point. Okay. I want to see if this changes your mind at all. Stand by.
Though, and you can find out if you listen to the Nick, Dick, and Paul Show on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the Nick, Dick, and Paul Show and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the news.
If you miss any of the show, get the podcast. It's available for you. It's free. It's on the website. It's at thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see all the links you need there right on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. When I say Facebook or YouTube, I got to tell you, I think most people, if they had to simplify it to good or bad, I think most people right now dislike the algorithms. They dislike the slop content. They dislike the brainwashing of all the people who go on these platforms and end up with just brains full of sand because of everything the algorithm screams at them. I think Americans, generally speaking, think social media is bad. I think they think it's a net negative, especially Americans who are older and who would be on a jury. And that's what we saw this week in Los Angeles, California. A jury of these Angelinos gathered together
I'm going to tell you some of the basics of this case and then the stuff I guarantee you haven't heard, because it is very interesting what was actually happening here. They turned into a $6 million judgment for a young woman who went by her initials, and she sued Meta, that's the parent owner of Facebook. She sued YouTube, you know who YouTube is, and she said these companies and their algorithms left me addicted. She said, I was addicted to the social media content as a result of these companies and their algorithms.
Facebook,
I was addicted.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
To all of those, she said. And the jury agreed with the case. She said, these platforms made me depressed. And the jury agreed with her. She said, these platforms made me have body dysmorphia and have problems with my weight and make me feel very self-conscious about this stuff, which damaged me emotionally. And the jury said, yes, we agree on all of these fronts, right? And she said it basically made her mentally ill. The jury agreed and gave her $6 million. It is not done. We are not done, because the punitive damages are still to be added to this case. And this young woman who goes by her initials only, all we know is her job is she's a secret shopper for Target. That's all we know about this young woman who did this. And we know that she's $6 million richer already. And the punitive damages could be 0.0000000 after that. It could be insane money. And my theory is that no one on that jury actually cared about what was happening in the courtroom. I think everybody on that jury went in there knowing that social media is bad, that it's bad for kids, that YouTube and their algorithm and Facebook and their algorithm and Instagram and all of those things, they went in there knowing how they felt about it right off the jump. And all they needed to do was, post ad hoc rationalize why they were going to come up with the social media companies being bad afterwards. They already knew that they were going to, I think, side with this woman. And here's why I think that. Here's what came out in court. First things first, this young woman blamed Facebook and YouTube for being depressed, even though she lived in a house where her father abandoned her. Her father was barely in her life, and her father abandoned her. Her mother was abusive to her, would physically beat her if she got bad grades, and was aggressive to her in various different ways that were outlined in court. She had an abusive mother and an absent father, which any normal person would go, well, that's going to have more of an impact on you than what you're seeing on social media. Mm. A lot of normal people would go, why aren't the parents doing a better job restricting this child from social media? It's probably not good for any of these kids anyways, and the parents should be keeping them off of it. And where is the personal responsibility for anybody who's going on these social media platforms themselves? But no, they didn't decide that. The jury decided, despite all of that, they thought that the social media platforms were to blame. On the topic of this young girl, who again only went by her initials, on the topic of this young girl who got $6 million already and will get much more, she said that she had body dysmorphia, meaning she had problems with thinking she was overweight and judging herself because she would scroll through the social media platforms and they would show her beautiful, skinny people, et cetera, et cetera. And the jury agreed, despite the fact that her mom would often abandon her to go to the gym, despite the fact that her mom would force her to stand on the scale every day in front of her, and her mother would rant against her weight and make her stand on the scale in front of her, and her father fat shamed her. All right, this is all stuff that came out in this court case. Despite that and what was happening in the family, the jury blamed the social media platforms and the algorithm for this. All right, it goes on and on and on. This woman grew up in a very broken home with a lot of problems, and her mother never even testified at this trial. None of these things ever really, I think, had as big of an impact on them as they were suggesting.
Okay, but we have all talked about where we've talked about something, you're talking with your partner, you've Googled, and all of a sudden it's a targeted ad, or you see your algorithm as something to do with it. So could that come into play? Like the idea that these social media platforms are listening to these conversations or seeing what is being searched on your phone where you think it might be private and then doubling down on it?
That wasn't what this case was about. The case was about the social media platforms not listening into you, which has been the subject of other cases. But the case was about whether or not, number one, they're addictive, which the jury believed that they were. And a lot of people, a lot of you even will believe that something like this is actually addictive, so therefore kids just shouldn't be on it at all. And then they believed that the jury did, or at least said they did, believe that all of these things were caused by the social media platforms. The companies argued that this girl had a turbulent home life, which she did. And I'm just going to tell you, if I'm looking at this from 10,000 feet above, if I see a young girl who's been abandoned by her dad, her mom leaves her to go to the gym all the time, is focused on her looks, her mom makes her get up on the scale all the time, and then shames her when she says she's overweight, I would think that that would have way more of an impact on her having body issues than scrolling through the social media feed. Now, porque no los dos, as C-Lane says from time to time, like it could be that both of those things will lead to that outcome. It could be that her mom was terrible, her father wasn't there, her father also fat shamed her, she said, and those things were to blame, and then maybe the social media made it worse. But I think this girl grew up in a broken home. I think the broken home was probably responsible for a lot of the outcomes that she's trying to see as she breaks into adulthood here. But I think that juries hate these social media platforms. I think that parents hate these social media algorithms. And I think they're ready for these companies to have billions and billions and billions of dollars to pay up. They don't even really care who's on the stand. That's what I think was really going on in this case and in cases like this. Let me know what you think. And if you blame the algorithm, if you blame the social media platforms, or if you blame the parenting, maybe you'll end up in some place where it's a mix of the both. Give me your thoughts on this and what you think goes on with a verdict like that. Send an email, tips, TIPS, @thenewsjunkie.com, or record your dispatch. That's what we call your messages. Record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Das Hefe on YouTube says she should have sued her parents. I don't know. Like, here's one thing I don't know. I don't know if she was approached by some attorney, some big-brained attorney who was like, here's what we can do.
I got a gold mine.
Yeah, like we'll take some young person. And then she is a gold mine because that becomes one person. And if this young girl in Los Angeles can get millions and millions and millions of dollars, do you know how many young girls are exactly like her who are scrolling through the algorithm every day? Tens of millions. Tens of millions of girls are exactly like this girl. And if that verdict goes for her, how does it not go for all of them? Because there's so many girls, so many young girls who end up with issues with their body, who end up with, the percentage of young girls with mental illness. Oh my God. Give me a number on that, C-Lane. Look up Gen Z girls with mental illness, the percentage. I think it's over 50%. I think we're talking about a generation where most of them either claim or do actually have and have been diagnosed with mental illnesses. You're talking tens of millions of people who are in this same exact situation.
Yikes. Gen Z girls experiencing a severe mental health crisis, with up to 57% of high school age Gen Z girls reporting persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness.
Yeah.
Studies show Gen Z women are the demographic most likely to report extreme stress. That's 58%, depression and self-harm, with nearly half of Gen Z overall, 46%, receiving a formal diagnosis.
So if you have 50+% of these young girls saying that they have mental issues, and this girl doesn't really stand out that much when you think about that, you have an absolute waterfall of pain legally that these social media companies are running into. I look at it and go, it seems like her mother failed her, and it seems like her father failed her. And those are really important things in a kid's life. If your mother and father have failed you, it is really hard to just do the thing that everybody wants you to do and just pull yourself up by the bootstraps. If you're abused as a kid, if you're treated like this by your family, it's really hard to overcome that. Maybe social media made it worse. That's a different question there. But I think that these juries just don't like these big, rich companies that have brainwashed an entire generation of people. And I think they want them to pay. But I want to know what you think. So we'll get those dispatches and emails worked in. We got our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. He will be joining us. I'll still tell you, mayonnaise is an instrument, apparently, and we'll dive into that world and hear how you play it. Trust me, it'll be a good side journey for us at one point. Jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
No bots, no scripts, no, I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Just actual flawed people. Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome behind the scenes. What do we think, YouTube? What do we think, Twitch? Now knowing that additional information, where do you place the blame? Do you still place the blame on the social media companies, on the parents, or I'll give you the option, both? Social media, parents, or both?
Yeah, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for?
Bird Nerd says, I'm still convinced the pandemic did lasting damage on society's mental health. Absolutely. Hello? What do you got there? Oh. She's still hauling this thing around with her. It's a little easier when she comes back. Your arms are getting bigger, I think.
Yeah.
You're getting buffer. I left the email on the counter for you.
That's for me?
I can't read the middle part on air, but I wanted you to see it. Okay. Is it hot out there? It was 70 degrees this morning.
It's hot.
Is it? Okay. See you later. Tad says, I think this should be mailbox money. Well, it very well could be. That's what I'm saying. If this young girl actually deserved that in a courtroom, I don't know how every young girl or young guy or everybody doesn't deserve it. That's why I think they don't really deserve it. 80% parents, 20% social media. 80% parents, 19% self, 1% social media. Both in the phone for listening to her to support the algorithm. Catmaster says parents define you. True. It's so important. It is. I saw a story out of Chicago this week. And the cops had to institute in the Loop, which is where I used to live. It's in the downtown area of Chicago. They call it the Loop. And the cops had to do a, what's it called? Curfew for teenagers because there was these massive groups of teenagers running wild, busting into stores, robbing places, just being general delinquents. And I watched the video of them going around smashing stuff, running wild, violating all the laws. And immediately I look, not to take blame away from them because they are to blame, but I go, I bet almost every one of those kids comes from a broken home. I bet there's no father in that house. I bet the mom doesn't give a shit or is trying to stay above water, and then she can't really keep control of the household and the kid. But that's the stuff that leads to these bad outcomes. It's usually in the house. I will take back pay and mailbox money from Facebook in 08 until today. Folks, our next salute. Our next salute is coming down the pipeline. This person is a good human with I can tell, a good soul. I think they have a good soul. I like them. I appreciate their comments. And I see most of what they post. I think they're a great example of what this community can do. And I want to tell you that they're on the platform YouTube. They are on the platform YouTube. And that person, though they go by many different names,
in our hearts and minds, a great exemplar of the community over on chat during the stream, Sun State John, everybody. Sun State John. Ain't he great? Let's give it up for Sun State John. Sun State John. What an amazing dude. SSJ. Did he ever make it to Twitch? No, I don't believe so. No. He didn't make the journey over to Twitch when we were banned for a day. Okay, we're coming back.
In DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
And say hi. It's the place to be. It's an interesting spot. It's a good place to meet people and spend some time having fun. And that is TNJ Chat 2.0, available on thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the link right there, thenewsjunkie.com. We got jury duty on the way. I believe our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm is going to be dropping by at some point in time.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he has going on here shortly. And before we get into that, I wanted to get into at least a couple of your dispatches because I haven't been fantastic at playing those today. Elliot wants to talk about Netflix, and he says he can't cancel Netflix. This is on the heels of Netflix being even more expensive than it was previously. I think they went up like $2 or something, the second increase in just a couple of years. Here's Elliot. Let's see.
Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Hey.
Monkeys. I would love to cancel my Netflix account. It is the top of my to-do list every single time they raise the prices. But I bet a lot of people out there are like myself, and every time they say they're going to, their spouse says, no, you can't. And so we don't.
Probably.
But to be fair, she's living my dream. She gets to be home with our daughter all day.
Oh.
I say that now, but I don't have to do it, so I guess that's fairly easy. Anyways, that's the topic for another time. Enjoy your last weekend of March, junkies. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Elliot. Thanks for the dispatch.
There's two important words that will keep us from canceling Netflix anytime soon, I think.
What's
that
that?
is Paw Patrol.
I mean,
You can't get it from the.
I could.
Here's the thing. When you look at these streaming platforms, you have to think about the value you're getting from it. And if you've got shows constantly that you watch, or if you're constantly watching like movies, every time you watch a movie on Netflix, it saves you from paying to go to the theater or paying to like rent something. Those matter. If you're a parent and they have these kids shows and it occupies your kids, you pay a lot more than $20 a month for that, I think, sometimes.
I mean, but can you just play the same 4 videos over and over again? Are they going to tell the difference that it's not a new episode?
Well, doesn't Jackson ask for like the hits, C-Lane? Isn't he like, put on Paw Patrol this episode?
He doesn't ask for specific episodes. I don't know how much he knows what's going on there. He does like say the stuff though, because there's like a handful of things that are said in. Like the repetition is big in these kids shows, and even this morning he was going along, saying the Chase is on the case and all that dumb stuff.
Who's Chase? Is that one of the 5-0 dogs?
I don't know if Chase is a dog or a person. There's a person.
Remember during the whole cop backlash thing where they were trying to go after Paw Patrol for a little while? First it was cops, and they found an ally in me because I said, it is weird. It is a weird thing that we broadcast live police work going around for entertainment to arrest people.
And I don't necessarily think we should be doing that.
All suspects are innocent until proven guilty.
Right. Like, I've watched it many, many times in my life, but I can see a very valid, a very fair, rational criticism of entertainmentizing the police actions that we do in this country. And I go, okay, maybe, yeah. And then they canceled Cops, and then they canceled, what was the one where they follow along?
Live PD?
Yeah, they canceled Live
But
PD.
they brought it
and
back, didn't they?
They brought it back after a little while because that was really, really successful.
Remember Campus PD, I think it was called?
Campus PD, yeah.
It was just like Cops, but all drunk, annoying college assholes.
Yeah. And then at some point, there was a movement to cancel Paw Patrol in the middle of all of this with the idea that it would normalize kids thinking that that cops were good or something. Here it is, just in case you think I'm crazy or something. I'll show you on stream. This was the New York Times, and it says, the protests come for Paw Patrol. A backlash is mounting against depictions of good cops on television and in the street. And they were literally saying, you shouldn't have Paw Patrol. We need to shut this thing down. So it did get a little unhinged there, but thankfully for C-Lane, since Jackson loves it so much.
Kid loves Paw Patrol.
He might be a cop when he grows up, too.
He even, like the way he says it is very cute, too, because if it like turns off for some reason, you know, like, are you still watching that stuff? He's like, Daddy, and he points, Paw Patrol.
Put it back on. I want it.
Paw Patrol.
Feel that in my ovaries.
The P's are really hard.
When is the last time Jackson has gone to the doctor to get him measured up against these other kids?
Right after his second birthday.
Okay.
He's just annuals now.
Is he winning?
Yeah, he's beating the tar out of these kids.
I got to see at 3 because this kid is like, and I don't mean this in an insulting way. He's like the Goodyear tire guy. He's like King Kong.
You mean the Michelin Man?
He's the Michelin Man. That's the Goodyear people don't have a character like that. I don't think
they have the blimp.
Yeah, they have the blimp.
Call my kid a blimp, man.
He's not a blimp. He's not a blimp.
Well, next you're going to say he takes after his daddy.
I'm not saying he's a blimp.
Boy.
I'm saying that Jackson is like the King Kong of babies. He's a big, significant baby, and he's outdoing the rest of them. I don't mean in a bad way.
I pick up other smaller babies, and I'm like, my gosh, I don't even remember when Jackson weighed this little.
But now it kind of makes sense for those kid fighting rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well,
I
yeah.
could see Jackson kicking some kids' asses.
Somebody sent in a video dispatch, and it says, you won the bet. And let's see, is this is me in the studio? Oh, yeah, okay, I see. Oh, there's lions in this. It's a Lion King bet, I would imagine. Meta AI is lagging a little bit because the money in my hand does not look very real.
But the lions?
The lions in the studio don't look very real, and my face looks bloated.
I find it interesting whenever we watch videos like this. Don't get off it just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we watch videos like this and the AI is done with what it no, why are there two of me? The AI is done with like what it knows, what it can see, and just starts making up the rest of your room.
Yeah,
and I like to see if it gets it like even close or not so much.
It puts like a little bar over here with giant wine bottles. It fills in the studio with stuff that's absolutely not in the studio, just in case you were wondering. All right, we got to do jury duty. Do you know if has Mo reached out or no? He told you he was coming in today.
Earlier said that he was running late. I'm
That's
just
fine.
getting the text.
Okay. So I guess what we'll do
next
then,
seg.
we'll kick jury duty over to the next segment, and then we'll figure out from there what's going on with Moses, our friend Moses DeWitt. Somebody says your face looks 100%, and somebody else says that's not an AI issue. That my face is more bloated in the AI. All right, I'm not some big bloated fatty. What are you doing to me here? Nobody's going to come watch the YouTube stream if you guys keep this up. How dare you? I'll take all of your comments and your dispatches, obviously, over at thenewsjunkie.com as we get ready for our friend Mo. We do have some interesting questions for him. I'll bring this Meta YouTube lawsuit and the details up when he comes in. And before he gets here, and maybe even we'll force him to sit through it, I'm going to do this mayonnaise story. It's happening. They've determined that mayonnaise is an instrument. You could play mayonnaise.
Wait.
You can play mayonnaise. Yeah.
That's a.
Do I need a jar, or can I go get a pack of it from like a little packet from the kitchen and play that?
These are valid Friday questions. And I have
SpongeBob.
valid Friday answers for you, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All lanes are blocked out in Sanford on 1792 southbound between 13th and 25th Street, County Road 46.
Sean is the Jackson of radio hosts. CNJ Forge. There's only a couple of segments left. I was considering shouting you out and saluting you.
Progressive commercial insurance flexes to fit your business needs.
Unbelievable.
Compares to adjustable coverages and even payment options. Progressive commercial makes
Lucy says that's so mean to Jackson. I have not withdrawn a salute yet, and I am not above it. I just want you to know that. I can and I could. Hi Diana over on TNJ chat. Hey, how are you? Read your email. It's hard to keep up with my email during the show because there's a lot of email that comes in. Hang on. Updating. Yeah, Bootsy. I see what you're talking about. These are the bad things that I'm talking about today. These are the bad things. Now, I could tell you, like I could read you some emails that were sent to me this week. That right now, I guarantee you, zero exaggeration, people can back me up. A couple of people on TNJ chat over there have seen one of these emails. And they can back me up. If I showed you, this is one example of an email, that if I read it to you, your jaw would hit the floor and you would be like, you should probably have 24/7 security. There are deranged people who listen to this show. Holy shit. 100% you would say that. 100%. That's the bad that you have to deal with. But there's also the good. Emails about t-shirt order statuses? No, not that. People are generally nice about that. And those are being processed right now. And every single order will be on the way as of this weekend. So I'm guessing most of you, Monday, Tuesday, probably Wednesday at the latest, everybody will be getting their merch. The next person I want to salute is another person with what you might call a penis. Another gentleman. Another man entering the equation. He has been helpful to the show for quite some time. He is a stand-up guy, even in the face of the demons of this world of the News Junkie universe. So I want to give him a bit of a shout out, and I want to elevate him to a salute level here on the show today. You might find him over on twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. His name is Dispatch Dan, everybody. Let's hear it for Dispatch Dan. He's a good tipster.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit ozempic.com to view the medication guide.
Dispatch Dan, what a guy. What a guy. Hell of a bowler. For real. Hell of a bowler, that Dispatch Dan. All right, we're coming back right now. We got Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm joining us. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. The first responders are the real heroes? True. True.
Help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at Lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo. For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new...
The weekend is on. It's so good to be with you, and I'm glad you're here with us. Learn more about the world's most viral newsroom over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Don't forget, drop by chat. It is like an old school chat room with the most new school features, games galore. You can have fun, hang out with everybody, and jokes galore. All of it happening over on thenewsjunkie.com. TNJ Chat 2.0. It is a great community. And after the stream is over and people are done chatting on YouTube and Twitch, it's a cool place to gather. And do that over on thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the banner right there on the homepage. I want to bring attention to a story this week that got almost none. And I think this is one of the craziest things I've heard in a while. That says something, all right? Having done this show for so long, that absolutely positively says something. This is a story about a guy out in California. I'm going to bring you the story from ABC7 in just a moment. But the nuts and bolts of it are this. This dude who was involved in a crash, had a medical emergency while behind the wheel. And his name is Andre Buchanan.
Oh, I thought you were about to say 3,000.
No, not him. Not the guy from Outkast, but Andre Buchanan, Sabrina, is his name. And his wife is Essence Washington. And they had a hell of a week because he was driving along and he's had epilepsy for a couple of years. And he was driving to this store in Oakland, California, and he had a seizure. That's bad enough, right?
Yeah, not a good time.
Usually you're not supposed to drive, actually.
I was going to ask that. I didn't want to seem like an asshole.
He did drive. He was behind the wheel. He had a seizure, and it caused him to crash into a parked car. So he said, oh, God. He realized what was going on. I'm having a seizure as I'm driving here. And he gets behind the wheel again, and he's trying to go home, but he keeps having seizures.
Oh,
and they're hitting him one after another. And he crashes into a second car. Now, here's where things get really weird. All right?
Not weird yet.
The person who he crashed into for the second crash pulls out a gun and robs him and shoots him after he runs into this person's car. Okay. All right. You won't believe me unless I play the actual story here from ABC7. So allow me to do that real quick. Here's what happened to this guy who got no attention this week. Let's give him a little bit of love. Andre Buchanan, here he is. Let's see. Hang on. Let me go back here and hit play.
Pulls me off the vehicle. He asked me for everything that I got because he was like, oh, you messed up my car.
I am very,
That's his wife.
That somebody would do something like that because in the time of need of his medical emergency, they turned it into life-threatening.
Yeah, not a good look, California. Some guys seize it out. He's having seizures behind the wheel. He's crashing his car not once but twice. And then you reward him with not calling the 911 or the medical professionals that could help him, but you instead shoot the guy and rob him.
A medical emergency behind the wheel turns into a bigger crisis.
Here it is.
Good evening. I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. This is just beyond belief. A man in Oakland crashes his car while having a seizure. And instead of trying to help, another driver robs him and shoots him.
It all happened last Friday afternoon with the crash-turned-robbery at 78th Avenue and Plymouth Street in East Oakland. ABC 7 Eyewitness News reporter Tim Johns spoke with the man and his wife who say they cannot believe this happened.
Can you imagine? You're behind the wheel and you're like, go. You have a seizure, crash into a car, and he should have stopped there. He technically should have stopped there. But he was trying to get home, and he goes, I need to get home so I can get some medical care. And they had another seizure, crashes into a second car, and the person shoots his ass.
Crying. This is the first day I haven't cried at all.
Oh. For Essence Washington and her husband, Andre Buchanan, the past week has been one of the hardest of their lives. For 2 years, Buchanan has suffered from epilepsy. On Friday, he was driving to a store in Oakland when he had a seizure that caused him to crash into a parked car. Still in a haze, Buchanan says he then drove down the street again before having another seizure and hitting a second car near 78th and Plymouth. This one with someone inside.
Once I hit his vehicle, he flashed his gun at me.
Buchanan spoke with me Wednesday from his hospital bed. He tells me after the second crash, the other driver got out of his vehicle, robbed him, and then shot him in the leg.
Jesus, man.
He took Buchanan's phone and wallet.
Stuff that happened so quick. It kind of felt like a dream in a sense.
Yeah, I would probably be thinking that too, buddy. Jesus, Andre. He seems fairly with it, by the way.
Did that feel like a dream?
Yeah, he just had 2 seizures. He crashed into another car. He got robbed and got shot, and he is way chill about it, considering those circumstances. There you go. California, ladies and gentlemen. Oakland, welcome to the other side of the bay. As an Oakland man has a seizure and crashed his car and then was shot and robbed. Lots of emails coming in. Let's get to a couple of them here. Let's see what you got going on. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Here is Anonymous talking about how Netflix prices are going up because they did announce that in a story gone viral this week. Anonymous says, I have this thing called the VC box. VSEE box. He says it's like
I think I've heard of that.
Like a black cable box from back in the day that gave you all the channels and all you need is internet. Mm-hmm. I get app stuff, Netflix stuff, and live TV on it. I got it off. You bought it off Amazon. I would have thought they wouldn't be selling that kind of stuff on Amazon, but there you go. I guess they are, according to this person.
I mean,
a lot of people.
The VC box is a computer that runs Android. And it's just a streaming device. I don't know if it comes preloaded with stuff that would break the law, or maybe
if it did, that would be something that Amazon wouldn't be selling, right? I mean, at least I would think so.
Yes.
All right, one more here. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. You can email the show about anything that you hear. Hey, junkies, just wanted to bring this to you. My wife used to nanny for a family of 3 kids. One of them was 12 years old and severely autistic. Okay. He was just starting to hit puberty. When my wife would drive him around to places, he would be alone sitting behind her in the car. Sometimes he would whip it out. He says, you know what I'm saying here.
Oh.
While my wife was driving, she would yell at him to stop, but nothing seemed to work as he kept doing things to himself. He would not stop until one of his siblings would get in the car and they picked him up from school or until he was done. This happened several times. The parents knew about this as well and made him write an apology letter to my wife and say he was sorry. But it did not take away from the trauma she went through and the pure horror of these instances. Is there a lawsuit here? Just curious. Not sure if we'll actually do anything, but I didn't know since he's underage and disabled.
You have picked a hell of a first question for Moses.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
Thoughts on
we happen to have an attorney on the show, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Mo, what do you think? Is there a case here?
Kid needs to eat more cornflakes.
Oh, right.
Possibly.
They
didn't work back in the day, but they thought they might, right?
Less Tylenol?
Exactly. No, I mean, I think, if we're talking legalese, you have to, obviously, exposure of sexual organs is a crime, but you have to have intent to do so. And I think there's probably an argument that he lacks the intent here, or knowingly lacks the intent to make it a crime. And, also from a employment perspective, I don't know that there's really there's maybe some psychological damage, But also, you are dealing with a special needs child here. So I don't think a jury would look at it real favorably, if I'm being honest.
All right. Moses telling it to you how it is. You can send your emails in. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. thenewsjunkie.com.
Now, do you want to explain where you were?
Where were you, Moses?
I was at lunch with Ray Trendley.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Nice guy.
Nice guy.
You guys are
Nice guy.
Yeah, he is friendly, I guess. You guys are buds.
I like Ray.
That seems interesting in the legal world. There's a lot of competition in the lawyer world. So I imagine like some of the lawyers don't necessarily want to be chummy with you, right?
Well, some lawyers are D-bags, but Ray's a good guy.
Okay. Mo.
Is it because you guys practice different forms of law, or you guys go over the same stuff?
We do some of the same stuff. And I've known Ray for a long time,
Y'all
frankly.
talk about law the whole time?
No, not all the time.
You're hanging out.
Sometimes, though. It's probably what you start with, right? You're like, oh, my
how
God.
you doing? What's going on?
How are your
Law.
cases?
Yeah.
Mo's like, that one judge is a real so-and-so.
I would never say such a thing.
And then Ray Trendley's like, oh, man, I know.
I'm friendly, yeah.
That one is bad. I'm sure some of that goes on. Mo, did you hear any of the conversation at all about the social media lawsuit? Have you been following that at all out of California?
A little bit. I know there's been a ruling in favor of the plaintiff there that they think could change things going forward. But that's about all I know at this point.
First things first, let's start with this. The ruling was in favor of the young anonymous woman. She was in court, or at least spoken about by her initials, and they said that she was a Target secret shopper. That was her job. That's all they know is her by her initials and that she was a younger teenager when this all started. And the jury found in her favor, and they sided with her for $6 million of like personal damages. But the damage portion of this is not over because punitive damages are next. If you see $6 million in damages to her person that she got, and then they're talking about like the punishment level, that's what punitive is.
Exactly.
The jury wants to punish these tech companies that they think were wrong, Meta and YouTube in this case, that they think led to this girl having all these mental issues. Whether or not that's true is another thing we'll address. But punitive damages are probably going to be a lot higher than this $6 million, right?
Well, typically they are because punitive damages are to punish to not encourage that type of behavior in the future. So usually it relates to some sort of intentional act that they either knew or should have known was going to cause great harm. And I don't know enough about the lawsuit here to know what that intentional act was. But usually, you can have a case where the actual damages are $2 million, but the punitives may be $200 million. I think there was actually one against BMW around that range.
Really?
But you never know. And also, I think it's important to note that this will most likely be appealed. It may not be upheld on appeal. So while some people are kind of calling this, the beginning of the next sort of tobacco lawsuits
against the social media companies for the algorithms,
we'll see where it goes. I think it still has a long ways before it gets to that level.
All right. When I was talking about this earlier, I said nobody's really discussing some of the things that came out in court, which is this young girl said, hey, the algorithm on Meta, on Instagram, on YouTube, it is what made me have body dysmorphia, and I'm very, very conscious about my weight. The social media companies came back at her and said, isn't it true that your mother would abandon you to go spend time at the gym, which bothered you? Isn't it true that your mom would force you to get on the scale and then berate you over your weight? Isn't it true that your father has fat shamed you? And she would respond in the affirmative to all of those things, leading a lot of people, I would think, to go, well, if she's got issues with her weight and her appearance, boy, it's pretty likely that they're coming from the house and not just from this algorithm that has magically affected her. However, my theory on this was none of this really mattered. It's just a show. And the juries, they don't like these tech companies, and they don't like the algorithms right now. They think they're bad for kids. Is it ever the tactic of an attorney in a case like this to go, the details of the case only matter so much? I want to tap into the fact that these people don't like these big, rich companies. Is that something that you ever do where you go, maybe the facts of the case aren't totally on our side, but people hate the target?
Well, I mean, that's the very reason in Florida, at least, you can't mention whether there's insurance or not. So if you have a car accident case, the defendant is the person who is driving that vehicle. even if the insurance company is the one defending it and there's insurance behind that person in the case. The jury is never allowed to know that because they believe it would be too prejudicial if the jury knew that there was insurance there. So there is a preconceived bias, and obviously when you're suing a large social media company, you can't really hide that fact because they are the defendant. And similarly to a large insurance company, they may not have the best public perception.
Mm-hmm, right. And then all it takes is for everybody on the jury to go, yeah, well, maybe things suck for at home, but I think these companies are bad. And then they're not even, the verdict is not even what they're saying it is. It's like something else is motivating them. I get the feeling that may have happened in cases like this before, and maybe even this one. All right, let us know what you think. Send some dispatches in. We'll get to those in a moment. I promise this, so let me play it. Mo, buckle up, all right? It's going to get weird.
Uh-oh.
Did you know, Moses, that scientists and doctors, like a doctor from Northumbria University.
Oh, Northumbria. Yeah, great school.
The beautiful place.
For that.
Very, very fancy. Northumbria University. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. Dr. Rachel Durkin has been conducting some studies there, and they put together an absolutely massive report that has confirmed through these news stories going viral this week that mayonnaise is a musical instrument.
It's
an instrument. Mayonnaise is a musical instrument. I didn't know what was going on with this, but I guess it came from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
25 years ago, SpongeBob talked about this.
It took you saying it like the fifth time that I realized it was a Patrick quote, the star. And I don't even remember what the context was, but then again, what's the context with SpongeBob altogether? I don't believe that he used mayonnaise in the episode, but tell me more.
I was just surprised that they did a study on this and researched it, and doctors were involved.
Y'all know I'm a huge fan of mayo. I know you don't like it, right?
I don't mind it as much these days, but let's see. Hold on. Here's somebody who's going to tell us whether or not this is true.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? I'm making a sandwich. I'm making some sound. Does that mean mayonnaise is an instrument now? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because I can slap it, I can squeeze it, I can swirl it around.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in, Moses. Really appreciate your sponsorship.
Tune. I mean,
didn't even use Dukes.
I see what's going on.
I was expecting a lot worse.
He's just a talented guy.
That was pretty bad.
It's not like watching Stomp and then you go, oh, trash cans are a musical instrument afterwards. No, but a very talented person can make anything an instrument.
I found that song very annoying.
You can. You're right, Moses. You do the whole and your armpit thing.
Do it. One of you.
Put some doctors behind that. Next thing you know, why do they waste their time? Good God. And speaking of wasting time, Moses has bared his way through this and will hang out with us for another segment.
An instrument? Let's see.
Let's say play Mo and see if we can get some noises out of him. That will be. Oh, yep. It sounds like it. Allegedly. When we come back, we'll get it to you. If you have any questions for Moses, you can send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com, or email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. That is coming up next on The News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Looks like traffic's starting to get by now out in Sanford on 1792 southbound between 13th and 25th Street. Just look out for emergency crews. Police activity still in the area. If you're just starting off your ride or grabbing a bite to eat, you're going to get caught up in some slowdowns on the major roadways in some typical areas. No serious accidents tying you up, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored.
Stand by, folks. Stand by.
Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
I said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it a million times, and I'll say it again. I love that mortgage guy, Don, and I love the fact that he's part of the Real Radio family. That's right, every Saturday morning you can hear the Home Loans Radio Show.
School mic activated.
Questions live on the air, explaining the mortgage business. He's pulling back the curtain on the mortgage process because he wants you to know
that?
Big life decisions like refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, maybe starting a business or expanding the one you already have. You gotta work with someone you can trust. And I promise, this is someone you can trust. That mortgage guy Don is here for you. No spam, no hassle, literally just peace of mind.
2 seconds left.
GuyDon.com.
I have been highlighting the best of the best in chat today. A salute to the great chatters. It doesn't happen often, but today is one of those days. And I have two more to shout out. All right? 2 more to shout out that I will salute for being great members of the chat community. And RIP to the couple of people I nuked to make the community better in the last 24 hours. Rest in peace, please. I know you're still there watching. I salute you for that, but you can no longer graffiti the wall with your dumb, useless comments. All right? You brought nothing to this community. You did not subscribe to secret shows. You did not buy any merch. You did not share the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. You did not appear in TNJ chat and hang out with everybody. You mean very little to me. But some people mean a lot. And I want to shout out one right now. It's a guy who's on Twitch. I'm just going to come out and say it. It's a guy who's on Twitch. It's a stand-up guy. He's quite the dude. I like him. He is an ardent supporter of the show. He is constantly spreading the word and telling people about the News Junkie. He's constantly sharing the show. He is... What? Hold on. Hello?
Did you come to a stop there?
Yeah.
Is that one good?
Yep.
Okay.
I added it in. I think. Yeah, I added it in. He is as loyal as you can get for a chatter. He's from Twitch, and his name is DJ Rage. Let's hear it for DJ Rage, everybody. What a guy. What a guy. DJ Rage, thank you. I salute you. Thank you for being on Twitch. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for supporting the show. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, good news coming in. Hang on, stand by. Good news coming in, stand by. Stand by. Hold on to your butts. Gonna be a bumpy one. Okay. Big fat shout out to Jaquanalicious. Jaquanalicious for the 1 gifted sub. Thank you so much for the gifted sub over on thenewsjunkie.com. Grab your secret show sub, gifted by Jaquanalicious right now. Oh my! Another update for you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Sun State John rises up further on the leaderboard with 12 gifted subs. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. No, these votes were not bought with subs. Don't you dare muddy the waters. Don't you poison the well. Unbelievable. 12 gifted subs. And what I want you to do right now is go claim yours. A secret show will be tonight. It's posted at 5 p.m., a brand new secret show. It includes a Pallet Man update. God, it was a wild time.
I drank a little more than I should have. It was a blast, and you're gonna love it. It'll be available tonight for Secret Show subscribers, 5 p.m. on thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you, friend. Here we go.
.com/pro.
Lenovo. College basketball back in the spotlight. March Hoops will have everyone talking.
That game was unbelievable.
Whose brackets are busted, Cinderella stories, and buzzer beaters that make history. Yeah. Lock into Fox Sports Radio as your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. Plus, binge on demand podcasts for more coverage with the Dan Patrick Show, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Their front line looks like an NBA front line.
And more. Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app to stay in the know.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked.
The people in just a second here. And we appreciate you being with us in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's a Friday, and that means a secret show drops at 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., there will be a secret show live. If it's after 5, go grab it. There's a secret show available for subscribers. Secret show subscribers over at thenewsjunkie.com. You can learn all about it, unlock the entirety of the website, and you get access to these uncensored shows. There are almost 500 of them or so, and they are not political. They're comedy shows. You'll have a blast. You'll enjoy yourself. Go do that at 5 p.m. when the new one drops, or if it's after that, get it right now at thenewsjunkie.com. Big thanks to Jaquanalicious for the gifted sub and Sun State John for 12 gifted subs over on the website. There's a lot of those that have already been grabbed, but there's like 7 total available. If you want to sneak in and claim them, all you have to do is be logged in on thenewsjunkie.com, click the Claim Now button, and you, for a month, have Secret Shows access, video and audio. Thanks to Sun State John. Make sure to say thanks. And Jaquanalicious for the gifted subs over on the website. Our friend Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm joins us today. Moses is... You're getting ready before too long. You got the big golf tournament coming up.
April 12th. Exciting. Yes, we do.
April 12th, the golf tournament, the Mo Mini Masters is the official name of the event.
On the day of the real Masters.
On the day of the real Masters. No coincidence.
No coincidence.
Also, no lawsuits still.
Hopefully.
Still no
Fingers
lawsuits.
crossed.
Yeah, I think things are going to go okay over there. But people are sending in some questions, which we'll get to you in just a moment. But, Celine, let's go to our list that we build up over the course of the week to throw some oddball legal questions at Moses and see how he performs. Here we go. What do we have?
Well, we have a couple
clown
here.
I just perform for you?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Moses,
if you don't mind. We wait all week for this particular performance, so if you don't mind, that would be
unbelievable.
All right. We already talked about the punitive damages on the woman versus YouTube and Meta. Did we haven't asked Moses about this woman who was in the Zoom hearing while she was driving?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that video.
That was great.
Now, when you do these Zoom hearings, our question was like she was clearly lying, bold-faced lying to the judge.
Yeah.
Was she under oath?
So, I mean, she wasn't sworn in yet, so I don't believe she was under oath. Although sometimes they may start a Zoom hearing and just have everyone who's there to testify be sworn in. I have seen that before. We obviously don't see that portion of the video if that happened. But obviously she's still lying to the court. She may not be under oath, but she's still lying. And as the judge pointed out, supposedly there was an administrative order saying you can't be in a vehicle during a Zoom hearing.
What would be the difference between if she was sworn in or not sworn in? Like, is there a distinct legal line that gets crossed and now she's lying under oath, guilty of maybe perjury?
So, yeah, if you're under oath and you lie, it's clearly perjury. Here, if she wasn't under oath, she could still be held in contempt of court for violating the administrative order. And then, of course, the lying on top of that would be additional evidence of that contempt.
She was so interesting in how much she doubled down on that stupid lie.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I was choking on my breath.
She said, that was the other lady at the court. She said, I have to ask my driver if I can film them. When the somebody in the courtroom said, have her film the driver, and the judge goes, show me the driver, and she goes, I have to ask for their permission. I have to. Like, the lie was going as far as you possibly can. Some people are asking the question, Moses, and I apologize in advance for this. I do. There was a woman, I think she was in Tampa, the Airbnb lady.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman from Tampa at this Airbnb, I think it was one owner of 2 different Airbnbs that was targeted by this lady.
Yeah, I don't know if there are other Airbnbs that she hit, but she happened to hit 2 Airbnbs owned by the same person and commit this act at both of them.
Yeah, and what she did was, I guess she had an OnlyFans, Moses.
It was a Fansly.
Fansly? Okay, so like a OnlyFans knockoff kind of thing, a Fansly. And she was, for content for this, urinating all over various items all over this person's Airbnb location. And
so it's her kink thing, you know?
Yeah, and I guess some weirdos are into that or whatever, but what is this, destruction of property? Like, what do you even charge somebody with? Jeez.
Probably something along the lines of criminal mischief. And it depends what she damages and to what extent. Possibly like a vandalism charge, destruction of property, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct. There's a number of different sort of blanket charges they could throw at you with that.
Criminal mischief, is that like just a...
It's kind of a catch-all.
It could be anything, really?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, that's fun.
I guess that's probably done because in so many of these cases they go, well, we can't make a crime for everything, but some stuff we just know is a crime.
Like, I've always heard, I was told once by a police officer that there's not anything really inherently super illegal about toilet papering a house. But I was like, seems like criminal mischief could catch that,
Want to
you know?
explain that conversation at all, or just
I don't know. It was a random thing that came up.
buying toilet paper?
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got more questions from Mo. What else is on the list over there, Celia?
All right. Can the teacher that came back up in the news because she had been arrested, she's been charged with delinquency of a minor. She was letting kids fight in her classroom. And the video that has come out on Facebook shows like these kids just going at it in the classroom. And she did nothing. And when other kids tried to intervene, she kind of stopped them and said, let them fight. And she's saying that is school policy, that she cannot intervene physically when students are fighting. So she was following the guidelines of the school district and school policy, but she has still been arrested and they've been charged with all these things for not doing anything, basically. They're saying, she was having a fight club or something. But
right.
Are those charges going to hold water if she was, in her words, following the rules of what she's supposed to do as an educator?
I mean, I think it could be a good defense there because basically she's saying, look, for safety purposes, we were told not to break up the fight, and that's what I was doing. I think the question becomes, though, is she encouraging the fight? Because that could be, delinquency of a minor. Is she doing things to sort of, keep these things going rather than did she report it? Did she, even though she may have been instructed not to physically stop it, I would assume you're supposed to report it, call somebody, call for assistance, something along those lines.
She said, I think she said she did report it and was just kind of waiting for authorities to show up, somebody who's allowed to break up the fight.
It's weird because she said, let them fight, which you could take a couple of ways. It could be like, yeah, let them fight. Everybody gather around. Let's all watch. Or it could be like, let them fight. We're not supposed to intervene. And
let them fight as in telling other students, like, don't hurt yourself by trying to, get in here and break these two up. Somebody else is going to do that. You let them be.
But I got to tell you, the video of it looked like they cleared the classroom of the desks.
Well, a fight can do that real quickly.
Yeah, there was like a big brawl going on in the middle of all of this stuff. Mo, somebody over on TNJ Chat 2.0 said they just got their, hang on, I have to scroll back here. I just got my Parminator shirt today. Woot woot, thanks, Mo.
I have had a lot of compliments on my Parminator shirt. I feel like it's a step above just a T-shirt because it's got a pocket.
Got that pocket, the front pocket.
Where's this one? Where do I find this one? Is it in the shop? Is it still there?
It should be shop.justcallmo.com.
I have the one that was kind of the heavy metal tie-dye one, but that did not have a pocket.
Huh.
I don't want to say the band name, so but I get lots of compliments when I'm walking Carl around.
Oh, gosh. There's so many that I did not know. I didn't know that there was a Just Call Mo old country lawyer.
Oh, no. I want them all. Bust
I didn't know.
Hello.
I didn't know you had that. I mean, this is classic right there.
Well, that's fun.
Go check out Mo's merch. It's a good time. I think you'll like it. Shop.justcallmo.com. You ever see people out in the wild, Mo, wearing the Mo merch?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Actually, someone wrote in the other day, their Mo T-shirt got him out of a speeding ticket.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Like that.
All right.
All right, quick break. When we come back, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Our constant mispronunciations and poor grammar are clear indicators that we are not AI. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another warm one. Temperatures will be soaring into the mid-80s in Orlando today with a high of around 86 degrees. We can't rule out maybe a stray isolated shower and downpour. Otherwise, for this weekend, some big changes arrive with an incoming cold front. Yes, we'll see some increasing shower and storm chances, but it will be windy. Plan for gusts as high as around 35 to 40 miles per hour. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call does it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services. Well, boy, it's getting hot out there. Now, if your AC is making funny noises, just needs a once-over, or your home isn't as cool as it used to be, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806.
Folks, let me tell you about a company that I support 100%. 100%. This is a company that I think you're in good hands with. And if you're a homeowner and you do have that dreaded moment where you realize that, oh boy, I got a problem with the air conditioner, Mills Air will step in. Started by Leon Mills back in 1992 and up and running, going on 35 years. Mills Air has kept people in Central Florida cool for decades and decades by being honest, by being fair, by being above the rest. And you're going to see that. You'll get on the phone with a person. That person will make a fast appointment. One of these amazing techs will come to your house and fix your AC, and you'll say, Sean was right about Mills Air. Maybe not about a lot of other things, but definitely about this. So give it a try. Mills Air, 407-277-1159. You got a problem with your AC? 407-277-1159, or find them online.
Chat! Quick! What song can we end on? Radiohead Creep, all right, all right. All right, I got one. What happened? Yeah, if we have enough time on the way out, we might as well ask. Rate the show, everybody. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10, it goes into the Hall of Fame right here. No notes, it was amazing. 1 out of 10, it was a dumpster fire. Embarrassing. We should never speak of it again. Out of 10, 10 out of 10, always a 10, 8 out of 10, musical mayo jars. Nice. All right. 9.2 botched American anthems out of 10. Oh, I forgot about that. 8.7 carjackings out of 10. One. That in, have the fall fade. This up here. Okay. Thank you for all the great ratings. My final salute. Thank you to somebody who I see on all platforms. I see them on Twitch. I see them on YouTube. I see them on TNJ chat. They often have great emails that help a lot with the show. I think they are fantastic. I appreciate them in many ways, and I want to salute them.
Just heads up, the out time changed a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Insecure Walrus. Let's hear it for Insecure Walrus. Amazing work, friend. Thank you, Insecure Walrus. You are fantastic. Cheers to you. Thank you to all the great people in this community. Thank you for being a great chatter, all of you. And you don't have to agree with me. You just have to not suck. That's the only goal. Take a peek at the rules at thenewsjunkie.com/rules. We'll see you on TNJ chat over the weekend. Let's play some games. Secret shows tonight, 5 p.m. It's posted on thenewsjunkie.com. Stay gold.
Powered by Donors Choose.
It's always nice to know that we have a positive impact.
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
It's the family, it's the student, it's the teacher in the school, and even the community, so it's a team effort.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. Thanks for being with us. And I want to tell you one last time, go over to the website. TheNewsJunkie.com is the website. It's got all the information you might need to know. And I also want you to know there will be a secret show dropping tonight, as always. If it's 5 p.m. on Friday, Secret Shows is available for you right there. If you're not a subscriber, learn about that over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks, everybody. Thank you to Moses. Moses, what do you got on deck this weekend? Any big plans?
I got some family in town, so probably just hanging out with them, maybe taking them over to the beach or something like that. Not really sure yet.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Get to
How's the boy doing? How's he doing?
He's good. He's good. How old is he now?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Carter is 5.5.
Okay, he's 7, but that's okay.
Oh!
You're closer than I expected you to be. I give you credit.
Well, I'm bad at this because I haven't had a kid that young in a very long time. I was picturing him from last year's bowling tournament.
Yeah,
and I was
like, smoking cigarettes at that thing. I had to scold him.
I was like, he's a big kid now, and he's like, fully formed a little guy.
Yep.
But I didn't like. He doesn't seem like he's not preteen yet. So I was trying to pin him down.
Yeah,
there.
but he means business. You could tell.
He means business.
Your last
kid.
Mo review of the Parms. What is the official name? I'm so sorry.
The Mo Eats Parm.
And he was in it. And
he was in it.
It seemed like he was ready to determine what was good, what was bad, and I absolutely loved the video. But time is so weird because he's so old. He's so old now. I met him when he was a baby.
I know. That's crazy. What grade is he in now?
He's in first grade.
First grade.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. Before you know it, he'll be cursing. Has he cursed yet?
He was cursing when he was like 1 year old. I have a video of
it. Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn
what was
right.
the first word? What was the?
Say it. Oh,
damn it.
I thought I had to dump Mo for a second.
Have you ever had the problem where your kid comes up to you and he says one of the curse words that you certainly can't say on the radio, and it's so funny, but you're not supposed to laugh in the moment because he'll repeat the behavior and
oh yeah,
I love when little kids curse.
I mean, when he was
so
like
funny.
slamming the cupboard and saying no, damn it, and I was just recording it, trying not to crack up.
Was this in revolt over what was for dinner or something? Or
I don't remember what it was, and I think something was falling out of the cupboard or something like that. But
I heard a kid the other day, and I died. I know his mom heard me laugh, and I know she was so freaking embarrassed. I'm going for a walk around the neighborhood and going for a walk around. And as I'm getting close to the park, there's a mom out there with her kid, and he's on the swing. And I'm not sure Carter's had a moment like this, but I was right there as it happened. And the mom is pushing the kid on the swing, but mom's kind of phoning it in literally. Mom's on her cell phone with a friend having a chit chat. And the kid goes, he says to his mom, some things going on behind the scenes here. Oh, to be a fly on the wall. The kid says to his mom, "You got to keep pushing me, bitch. I'm not moving."
You're kidding me.
And his mom goes, "What did you just say to me?" And I like,
he's using it in context.
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
He said, "You got to keep pushing me, bitch. I'm not moving." And his mom goes, whatever his name is, Carl or whatever. She's like, "Carl."
Hey.
And as I'm walking around, not your dog, but as I'm walking around, I just openly laugh. And I think she heard. And then she was going in on the kid like, "You're not supposed to talk like that. You're going to be
at the news junkie now.
How dare you?" But he said, "You got to keep pushing me, bitch." And I swear, he was maybe 7 or something.
Yeah, that would have been chancleta to whatever.
Yeah. That would have been a big punishment had I said that to my mom. Here's a story for you on the way out. This is about a police chase in Washington that led authorities finding a truck that allegedly had something built into the dashboard that got the driver in some big trouble. The truck's driver was arrested for the 98th time.
All right.
The 98th time.
2 more.
This man had built into the dashboard of his truck a custom bong so that he could drive and smoke his bong at the same time. He was engaged in a high-speed chase with the police before they pulled him over for his 98th arrest.
The one I always see, custom bong is new to me, but I always see like videos and stuff of the people who have rerouted their windshield washer fluid to inside the car and then filled it with like whiskey or something. Yeah. And I go,
Send me that link. What?
That is real problematic.
It's a lot of effort too. You could just hide it in a bottle.
Exactly.
Which you shouldn't do. Don't drink and drive.
Right, of course. Yeah. The Steppa Fee says, "My 2-year-old nephew called his mom a bitch, and I had to contain my laugh because he used it properly, and she told him no."
Now, Steppa Fee, when you say used it properly, is his mom a bitch? Is his mom, sounds like you think his mom's a bitch.
Has Jackson dropped anything yet?
Jackson, I think he said damn once.
What?
In the car, repeating after me. And then I was like, and I had really wide eyes, and I was like,
we're gonna do something else. We're gonna sing a song. We're gonna forget about this.
Redirect as fast as you
Paw
can.
Patrol.
His new thing right now, when he's like acting up and stuff, and he won't listen, it will be like, listen to me, or I'll say like, listen to mommy. You need to listen to mommy, and he goes, no, you listen, Jackson.
It's got a
You
point.
listen to me, and Ashley's like, that is adorable, and it's gonna get him punched in the face.
That's God. Serial Ducky said it was a high speed chase over on TNJ chat. I see. Go hang out over on TNJ chat. Some of the jokes are better than that. Some of the jokes aren't.
Was that
but
Twitch
it's a fun
or YouTube?
time. That's TNJ chat over on the website.
Yes.
Yep. Twitch.
Moses trying to fit in his hatred for Twitch.
Gotta keep it going.
Right as we're crossing the finish line.
Just so you know, Twitch, he still holds his hate in the heart for you.
I'm an angry old man.
I thought that was my job around here.
Usually
Here we go. Let's get the hell out of the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, March 27th, 2026. Today I Learned this guy.
Willie Nelson.
That's right, Willie Nelson. 81 albums this guy has released.
My gosh.
Between 1962 and 2026.
All sounds
And finally, today I learned this band right here.
The Cure.
The Cure, that's right, indeed.
First note.
Robert Smith of The Cure. At 29 years old, he was depressed. He said, no rock and roll band has put out a masterpiece in their late 20s, but maybe I can do it. He wrote the album Disintegration about that very subject. It is regarded as a masterpiece. Look at him go. They said he couldn't do it. He said he couldn't do it, but he did. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you, guys.
Nice guy.
Some Mo Maxon this weekend. And we'll see you on Monday. Same time, at same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over.